Okay, we have the green bars, we have the live counter sticking up, so we should now be live. And that means welcome back to the Storytime Network, where it is finally a return to the good old D&Ds, except technically not, because we are playing Pathfinder. Or one shot.
And even then, we're barely really doing the combat side of it, so it's
Pathfinder is such a crunchy ass system.
We don't really know what we're doing in this space.
I actually lied, this isn't Pathfinder. This is actually the Jujutsu Kaisen book club impromptu. This is the Kinji Hikari standing session. Anyway. So,
what's up, play Tukadonka.
Mods, off screen this man's entire family. Anyway. So
where's my big Hashimo?
Very dead.
Waffles. He's getting waffles.
Yeah.
Waffled.
So
Nah, he'd be like, nah, I'd win.
Last we left our heroes, Juniper Jubilee, the Shifter Ranger, or whatever the Pathfinder equivalent is.
Beastkin Ranger, yes.
Palaios Conosus, I'm surprised I even remembered that name. Palaios Conosus, the Tiefling Bard, or whatever the Pathfinder equivalent. Oh, well, you know what? The Tiefling Bard, or whatever the equivalent of that would be.
I think it's still Tiefling Bard, but I could be wrong.
Afru, no second name, just like Cher. The Changeling. I nearly said Paladin. Warlock, or, the equivalent to that in Pathfinder 2.
Magus.
And Brick, the Warforged Fighter, or the Pathfinder 2 equivalent.
Android.
Along with Pisces, the Kurotoa Monk, and Tristan, the Triton Druid. I'm definitely not glitching in real life trying to remember names and concepts.
Pisces.
It's been months.
Pisces, who, if I remember what you said correctly, will not be appearing in this session because he was too hard to translate over.
He exists. He's just not going to be with you for this session.
Yeah.
He's getting his shots.
He's getting his shots. Turns out he hadn't got him his shots. So the four of you, along with your two traveling companions, were called to assist Oryx with a mission in Bovetmund. Because this is how long ago it was.
Yeah.
Good God.
Been a minute, huh?
You were told that you were there to assist a group of people who were raiding a Cult of Tarask base. Just in case they needed the help. As it turns out, they really did. As a swath of dead bodies had littered the floor and the area of the tunnels that you were navigating through. During your time, you came upon a small human girl whose name has actually escaped me.
Let's see if I thought it. This was before we went to fucking prison, wasn't it?
This was before you even went to Tennoyama.
Oh God, was it? Oh fucking hell! It has been a while. Oh boy. Okay.
So you found the human girl. You took her in and looked after her as you navigated through the area, and you came upon the bloody site of the King of Cordis, Rua Everay, sans an arm. His grandfather, Akra Everay, only probably the most powerful mortal on the planet. And some other people. You met Juniper recognized one of them, being a Genasi rogue, along with a half-elf paladin, half-elf bard, and an Eladrin painter. You helped as Akra had to do surgery on his own grandson, because whatever had happened to him had fucked up his innards. I'm shocked that I remember all this with such clarity. And yeah, after that, you parted ways after Brick and Aldane had a bit of a sparring match, which I believe Aldane won.
Yep.
and Oryx took you to Centralis, giving you a bit of a break after all of the work he's had you do, since you've basically become his private private mercenary group. So, you are in Centralis City. You see the hustle and bustle of the city. There's multiple different races and faces. It's a lot more multicultural compared to Bovetment, you notice. Not by much, because Bovetment itself is a melting pot, but like, Centralis is just as if not more so. And, you know, as you arrive there, you notice Oryx's expression is surprisingly forlorn the moment that you are in the city. So, now that we're here, you are allowed a break. You've been on a very numerous amounts of difficult missions, which is why, as Oryx reaches inside their coat, you watch as they pull out a surprisingly large bag of gold.
Money!
Like, bigger than what the coat should have been allowed to hold. Inside here is exactly 12,000 gold pieces. This is 2,000 for each of you, as he looks to all 6 of you.
Mm-hmm.
You are allowed to take a break. However, as he puts the money back in his coat,
Aww.
reaches inside and pulls out a small list and hands it to you, Afroom. Do you look at the note?
Yeah.
On the note is a variety of shops along with what corresponding tier of the city and street, and address they belong to. On here is a variety of shops that I need you to go to, and I need you to collect the materials from them. I've already paid in advance, so you don't need to worry about that. But I want you to collect those items and then bring them back to me. Once you've done that, you'll be allowed to spend your holiday in Centralis as you will, with the 2,000 gold that each of you will be getting.
Fair enough.
Anything you want to know?
No, I mean, the list I'm gonna assume covers it. I mean, I'm just gonna guess you're not gonna tell us why.
You remember that project I told you about, the artificial arms, correct?
Oh yeah, the one for
Akra
yeah.
was the intent. Well, now that instead his grandson has seemingly had a missing arm, I might as well use it for him. As he mentions that, you actually notice he sighs and looks away for a moment. And
Were you hoping to use it?
No, I'm mad. It was all my fault. I should have. You watch as he brings his hand to his face for a moment. You've never seen him like this, outwardly frustrated. You can even see not only is he clenching his jaw, just the general body language, he looks furious. I should have waited for you to come back before I sent them off.
Every situation would be improved with our presence, yes.
He chuckles and smiles. Nevertheless, I can't turn back time. So,
let's be real. No matter what happens, sometimes even the best contracts can't predict every outcome or eventuality.
I thought you both were all in on that kind of detail.
We can try. And we do, don't get me wrong.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, for example,
But we both...
a good percentage of that 2,000 gold goes to us too.
No, it doesn't. I'm your boss.
Yet the contracts say different.
Well, I mean, I could just not give you both the gold and give it directly to these 4, and they can have your share. After all, in this case, it wouldn't be a payment to you as a company, it'd be a payment as a gift to individuals. And if I recall, the contracts didn't state gifts to individuals would be claimed by you two.
Did we allow for gifts? I don't think we did. I don't think we ever thought that these guys would ever get gifts.
We both thought that they were kind of idiot loners.
Yeah, I didn't think anyone would think well enough of them to give gifts.
Anyway, again, this gift, as he now shakes his eyebrows, will be given to you upon completion of this job.
Sounds nice, but is there anything about the gift that you haven't informed us about yet?
No, it's just 2,000 gold each, or more so if these two, as he points to Juniper and Afru, continue to be mouthy.
You asked if we had any questions. You had to know this was coming.
I know. I'm fully aware. But just like you're contrary about your contracts, I'm allowed to be contrary about gifts.
Fair enough.
But yes, if you need me, don't be afraid to... Well, I'm sure I'll probably hear the chaos that you'll cause.
By the way, I'm
Nope.
guessing you're somewhat, incognito here. Is there a name we should use for you instead of, the one that's on the wanted posters?
Oh, Xylosant. That was the name I told that group of people to call me when I first met them.
I sure hope they use it all the time.
I do as well. It'd be a shame if suddenly my real name got let out into the wild and,
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
I fuck up one time.
Dairon is
Seamus-
also
Seamus-
guilty of this.
Seamus fucked up. Dylan didn't fuck up. It's fine. Nevertheless,
Yes, it was all Seamus.
if you need me, I will be at the Lower District Guardhouse, catching up with an old friend. If you don't know where that is, just ask around. I'm sure many of the plenty genuinely nice guards will probably help you out.
It'll be interesting to get along with law enforcement.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure. Well, speaking of actually dealing with law enforcement, as he walks over to Pisces and grabs him by the scruff of his collar, I need to take this one.
Okay.
Oh no, please don't.
I need to make sure that his shots have been done.
Now, Pisces.
Unfortunately,
Jubilee walks over to Pisces. Now, Pisces, what did we talk about
we talk about a lot of things.
when you're away from the team?
Yes. Oh, you mean the only eating cats, not dogs?
Yes. Good boy.
Okay.
Also, no biting the nice doctor man or woman.
Don't worry, Pelios. I already have a muzzle.
Good.
When I asked you to undergo that physical as part of the thing anyway as part of a mercenary company, I made sure to get Pisces' measurements so I could make a specific muzzle for him.
Good idea. Good call.
Nevertheless, I will see you all 5 of you later. And he basically grabs Pisces and just... It's easy to forget that Oryx is actually a gold dragon, because he has the physical strength of one, so he just grabs Pisces, and Pisces can't really do much about it. It's like a child throwing a tantrum. And so it's just the 5 of you.
Okay, so we've got that demon off our back for at least an afternoon.
I don't know. I kind of like him.
Look, as far as Pisces can be, he also, eats cats and dogs.
Our dog budget has gone through the roof this year.
We
I mean,
were
yeah,
like,
but
Usually we just
break
have to
him
worry
of
about Brick.
that behavior.
Usually we just have to worry about Brick accidentally standing on them.
Look,
I heard
I
my
always
name.
hunt them down.
I apologize.
And
I'm busy
don't
making
worry.
upgrades.
Oh yeah, you did get beat pretty badly by that half elf, didn't you?
I do not want to talk about it.
You win some, you lose some. It happens, doesn't it?
Researching upgrades.
Anyway, is there
I guess-
anywhere?
I
We
guess-
should check the note, right?
Yeah, I guess we better do the shopping list.
So on the list, there are a variety of different shops. Like I said, the address and specifically where they should be in terms of the tiers of the city have all been noted down.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 shops in the lower tier districts, 2 in the middle tier, and 3 in the higher tier district.
If we're meeting Xylosian back at the lower tier district, we should probably start at the upper tier one and work our way down.
Sure. Moment. As you're sort of like, looking about, and does everyone agree with Afru's proposal? Yeah, thank you.
Arthur knows that I go where he goes.
Sure.
Let me find the next song I want to play. It wasn't going to be this one, but I'll play this nonetheless. There you go, Mill. So, as you wander through the city, you see, what's it called? You happen to walk by because you're currently in the lower tier district. As you maneuver through, you see what looks like to be a very big Goliath lady with bright green eyes and a very perturbed hobgoblin, both in the Cordician guard armor, rushing through the city in another direction. You're not sure why. I mean, if it's anything like the city back home, it's probably just, guard problems.
Did we get any indication that the guard was going to pay us for anything on this trip, or...?
Nope.
Then I believe it's their problem to deal with until they need our help. Or request our help, at which point we will hand them the contract. Still,
Very rare that we do anything without.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't give that child a contract.
Which
Oh.
one? We tried.
The human girl
Come-
from earlier.
come now, we aren't that bad. Child
Not yet.
child signatures aren't legally binding anyway, so it wouldn't have done much.
You'd give animals contracts if I speak with animals more often.
Yes, because
He's not wrong.
They
there
don't
is
have legal masters.
there is a law in the books that says they can give their own consent with speak with animals.
Yes, they can.
Children
and
can't.
That's why I never prepare it.
Yes, we know. We are aware.
There's a reason why I didn't cast Speak with Plants anymore after you tried to do it to that Sequoia tree.
We almost had it too.
A tree!
It knew what it owed us.
Anyway, funds aside. As you wander through the city and continue up, you can see, even though the districts are called lower, middle, and higher tier districts, the look of the buildings don't really seem to change too much as you wander through the middle tier district. The most is just, I guess, clothing, because I guess, higher paying jobs, or at very least, higher class people. It's still not as fancy as the general apparel that's worn in Beauvetement, or at least Collier, the capital. And as you sort of wander, it's weird seeing dogs that aren't being immediately sicked upon by Pisces. It's like he's left a void in your group already with his
I miss him.
flash cuts to Pisces being muzzled, being held down by like 5 people as he's screeching and screaming not to be injected with his shots.
He's a fun kid.
As you're like, eventually, you actually, I'm just gonna say it. Dylan, high or low?
Yes. Hi.
Nope.
Not that high.
As you wander by, as you're walking along Brick, doing things as Brick would do, you bump shoulders with someone as you're walking by, and they're just like, "Oh, sorry, my apologies," and they quickly race walk away from you. Let me. I forget. There is a passive perception, isn't there?
Yes.
Where do you check for that again?
I think it's just our perception mod.
Surely not.
Right.
Mm,
We need to consult the book already. Oh no. Yeah. So yeah, as you bump into the person, Brick, you don't notice anything wrong. They just seem to bump into you. If anything, they looked more like shook from that, considering your build. Yeah, you continue along. And you actually notice you happen to pass by near one of the shops that's actually on the list. Do you go into it now or do you go into it later?
we are gonna work our way down.
So you walk past it, yes?
Yep.
Okay. So, as you walk by the shop, you continue up to the higher tier district. At this point, you start noticing there's a bit of a disparity between, the attire of people. This very much looks like, the kind of clothing you expect from a collier, in terms of, elaborate clothing, just high quality, stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that necessarily the lower tier district of Centralis has bad fashion. It's more that the higher tier district happens to just be extravagant. If someone was wearing a by any means necessary drip jacket, they probably would. But as you continue along, I'm trying to think of how to describe it. You find yourself by the first of the 3 shops in the higher tier district. Let me find the name. It is Ian the Ironmonger's. And on the front, you see a almost cartoon depiction of a brass dragonborn. I assume you enter the shop?
Absolutely.
Let's
you all
go.
As you all enter the shop, unless stated otherwise, you come across a brass dragonborn. He has a lot of spikes and frills along his head and neck, and he greets you with a very friendly smile. Greetings. How can I help you today?
Hello, good sir. We are here on at the request of Xylocient. I believe you have something
yes.
to pay for.
Very good customer, very good customer. He reaches in under the counter, and you watch him like... It sounds like opening locks. And he reaches in and holds out like a metal box the size of like a loaf of bread, like in terms of size and shape. And he slides it across the counter to you. There you go. Is that everything you need today?
I believe so at this venture. We may in fact be back later in the day, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, of course.
Understood. And remember, don't forget to recommend Ian's Ironmongers. Here for all of your ironmongering needs.
Of course, and simple request, I'm sure. If any of your customers or yourself need a group of mercenaries anytime in the next few days, please contact the Slayer's Take.
Oh, understood. And as you leave the shop, who takes the box, by the way?
Jubilee.
As you lift up the box, it's surprisingly heavy. It's not like... You're not straining too much to lift it, but it's deceptively heavy for its size.
Brick, come here.
Just immediately pass it on to him.
Proceeding.
I'm just imagining Brick by the end of this is gonna like out of Death Stranding.
Yeah.
All the boxes on his back.
Usually how shopping goes, yes.
The Pisces is the baby.
Yep.
So, as Brick is now carrying the box, there is the next shop on the list, which is... let me find the list. Sorry about this. I have a...
It's alright.
It is... Where are you? Here we go, and... It is... There we go. Garnets.
Apt name.
Yeah.
It seems to be because Oryx did write a small description on all the names of the shops.
Mm-hmm.
Garnets. It says on it, Garnets is owned by Garnet, of course, and then in brackets, of course, jewelry shop person. Especially when it comes to selling garnet. And then in brackets, who would have guessed?
Talking.
So, as you head to Garnet's, you find the shop, and as you enter it, you see a halfling, a woman with almost garnet red hair as well. Who would have guessed? Very on brand of her. Gives you a very beaming smile and just says, welcome. What can I do for you today?
Madame Garnet, I assume.
Garnet is more than fine.
We are here at the behest of a fellow called Xylosiant, who I believe has placed an order with you.
Yes. Excellent. One moment. She gets off the stool that she was sat on, and then, she disappears even quicker than the other guy did under the counter, and you hear what sounds like almost locks being opened as well.
Oh,
and
wow.
you just like... You
Would
hear
you
her-
like some assistance?
No, it's fine. Is she like...
Let me help.
No, please, stay behind the counter. It's more than fine. Don't worry, please. And she eventually pulls it out to the point where you can just barely see whatever it is she's pulled out into view as you look over the counter. and she just like, and she walks over to the what do you call it? Where the part of the counter where people can come in and out. She lifts it open and just says, "Can one of you come round and help me?"
Brick, off you go.
Right.
Brick, as you walk around, you see what appears to be a like a jewelry box. It appears to be. As you attempt to lift it up, I need you to actually give me a strength check.
Ooh. How do?
Good question.
Just hit strength in the under ability scores on the character sheet.
They're on Path Builder though, aren't they? The stuff that you've put.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
it's
my modifier.
Then just...
My strength modifier is +4, so I can just roll and then we can do +4.
It's a D20 plus 4, right?
Yeah.
I rolled an
22.
18, so
You
it's
rolled
a
that
22.
So you lift up the box. It's surprisingly heavy, like heavy, almost as heavy as the box that Jubilee gave you. You hear the sound of like jostling stones inside, and she says,
Maybe the next one we leave one of us outside.
"Thank you very much, kind sir." And
No problem.
as you walk back round to the customer side of the counter, you now have 2 of the 7. Yes, I can count. 2 of the 7 things that you need to collect.
I love
So
a good old
also-
collection quest.
As you're sort of like looking, as you sort of like wait, you notice Tristan's like admiring some of the gems very intently. And he's not even like paying attention to the surroundings as he's looking at various ones.
Well,
You
I
okay,
suppose we should
Tristan?
Probably wait.
Yeah, I'm just, well, my sister and I used to collect gems when, because we lived under the ocean, or under the water anyway. So it's just taking me back to then.
Any memories popping up?
I mean, yeah, that's the point.
Well, anything here look
I know what you
familiar?
meant, sorry. I mean, just remembering, like, what we used to do. It was actually during one of our gem excursions that led to that portal opening up.
Mostly just out of curiosity, like,
Of course. I mean, it was all good memories. Although it was only me and her. Our parents died quite young. So, and he just shrugs. It was just
Drew,
the two of us.
what's our policy on orphans again?
Very welcome.
When they're
I'm
of
old.
legal age to actually sign the things, right?
Of course.
I'm in my 20s, you dolt.
In that case, you're very,
we're
very
just-
welcome.
Do you? I didn't sign my age on the dotted line section on purpose.
We assumed you were an adult of reasonable age.
You didn't even read the contract when I signed it.
That's
Oh,
because we wrote it.
we have it memorized.
Oh, really? What did I list my height as?
Can I roll a contract or something?
Law legal.
Roll. Yeah, I guess law legal if you have that as a skill.
I rolled a 3 and I still got 17.
The fuck?
I got a plus
You're-
14.
You remember Tristan wrote down their height as 5'4". Tristan is definitely not 5'4".
You wrote 5'4", even though we knew that was a lie, we still accepted it.
Did you actually though? Or did
Yeah.
you
Yes.
just skin?
The height part isn't really that important. It's more the, signing your name and all of your life possessions away.
He begins to squint. What did I list my eye color as? To the point where you can't see his eyes.
Fuck me.
Emerald green. She actually did list that down.
Yeah, we put all of that in. We also had blood type, horoscope.
Why would you believe in pseudoscience?
You never know.
What, that we come across an idiot?
Yes,
We come
I
across.
actually-
No.
You should know by now. We come across a lot of people in this job.
I like vaguely
No,
gestured the
it was my
direction that
fault.
Silosian
I'm
took
sorry.
Fishman.
As you say that, you just say, what's this about horoscopes?
Case in point.
I've been told I'll meet a beautiful young man soon. Maybe this is that moment. As she gives you a wink, Pelios.
I was gonna throw Pelias under the bus regardless, so it's good that that was out of the way without me having to do it.
I appreciate that we must be going. Thank you.
Aw, don't be a stranger.
Well, thank you for your assistance, and should you need any of our assistance in the coming days, just contact the Slayer's Take.
As you make your way out, you just say Tristan say, this man never stops plugging.
No, of course not.
You
Why
think
would he?
you think we got to where we are now without plenty of advertisement?
You don't even spend money on marketing.
Why spend money
You're
when
a
we can
very
just go around
grassroots
telling...
organization.
Why spend money when we can just go around telling people our names?
I guess.
Besides, our work speaks for itself.
Yes, errand boys and girl.
Bounty
And-
hunters.
and-
We prefer
and-
bounty
and-
hunters.
And errand bots, I guess.
If we get
I'll be
paid for it, it's a job. I'm not so proud that I'm going to turn my nose up at 2,000 gold each. Do you know what we got paid for the job where we found you?
Yes, I was there.
Well, it wasn't 2,000 gold each.
No, it was 1,500 gold.
Yeah, and we had to do a lot more there. Remember? Pelios almost died because he jumped in the pool of water.
Yes, because you told him to do it.
You did order me to.
You could have said no.
Actually, per the contract, he can't. It's kind of
Pelios, you have,
it's kind of a grey
have more-
area on free will.
Pelios, you have more agency over your own life choices. Come on.
I want to, but again, these two.
As I said, the contract has a
Fine,
sort of a
folks.
grey area on free will.
Yeah,
Why did you sign it in the first place? Oh, no, wait, no, I remember.
I was young and I needed the money.
That's what they all say.
I am going to try to get more generous terms when the contract is up for renewal, but knowing these two, they'll try to screw me.
Oh, he doesn't
Maybe
know.
I should have my cousin sit in on the next contract signing. That might work nicely.
Oh yeah, didn't you say he lives in Centralis?
He does, as a matter of fact. Maybe I should visit him.
So, the next name on the list of places to go to is... Let me find the... No, I'm not opening Steam, Jesus Christ. Baldur's Gate, go away. I'm playing another game based in a city. Let me see. This is... If I can... I got a new keyboard recently, and it's shaped noticeably different from my previous one, to the point where I keep misclicking keys. Here you go. Olga's Orcish Oddities.
You're loving the alliteration on some of these.
I've not had the chance to engage in alliteration in a long time. So, as you head to Triple O, you, how do I describe this? You wander through the city, and you happen to see that Goliath girl and the Hobgoblin again running through.
Huh.
This time they happen to have a chameleon lizard folk with them. As they like run down an alleyway.
Strange.
Oh, as long as they're having fun.
I thought guards were focused on particular districts. Oh well.
You
Maybe
do
they
know
intermingle.
you do notice that they are like they do have because there is some slight difference between the three districts guards and their uniform, and they are clearly from the lower district. But who knows? You're not paid to know or care, are you?
Nope. Like I said, I'm fairly sure they know of us, and I'm sure Oryx will tell them, so if they want our assistance, they'll find us.
So, as you head to Triple O, this door very much strikes you as like, you know those magic shops in real life? Where it's like they deliberately lean into like the bit.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those kinds of deals. And like you go inside and you see like you notice the person inside isn't an orc, for one. Nor are they a woman, like the name would suggest. In fact, this isn't even really a humanoid's face. What are they? They are a let me see what race this person is. This person is a bugbear. You know, big furry goblin fella. He's like, oh, how can I help you today?
We are here on a quest of some import from a fellow named Xylosiant.
You don't need to talk like that. It's embarrassing for both of us.
I choose to talk like that.
He looks to the rest of you. I'm so sorry for you. You can see his like eyes are slightly squinted. It looks like he's like hungover just based on his demeanor.
They are fairly well paid to tolerate it.
Are you?
Their silence
comment.
speaks volumes.
It widens his eyes as if like, okay. So, you said you're here for Xylosint?
Yep. I
Okay.
mean, indubitably.
Right. He walks back in, like, deeper into the shop, and you just hear, like, Olga! As he's yelling for her, and you just hear from upstairs, like, what? He's like, there's customers here for a commission that was asked for. And she's like, tell him to come back later. And he, like, sticks his head through the curtains, as if, like, do you want to come back later?
How later?
How much later? You hear, and then there's a pause. 50 minutes! And then he brings his head back out. 50 minutes.
Okay then.
I guess we can kill 50 minutes in the upper tier district.
Probably.
As he does bring his head back out, and the words, you hear from the voice actually, who's the commission for? And he calls back to her, Xylosint! And you just hear loud footsteps running down the stairs from above. And you see a very old-looking orc woman. He's like, welcome, my name is Olga, of the Orcish Oddities, of which you're familiar with.
Of course, we read the sign. We are literate people.
This lady is dressed as like Like, think this lady's like dressed as like your classical hunchbacked witch.
We're not ones to judge.
And she's walking with like a big prominent wooden cane. She's like, Xylosant, you should have said.
We did.
Anyway, as she like walks over to the counter and reaches under, this time she just pulls out like a tube. Like the kind of thing that a scroll would be inside. Here you go.
Thank you kindly.
Is there anything else you'd want? I have various trinkets and baubles and doodads, as the youth would say.
Doohickeys? Whatchamacallits?
Indeed.
We are still waiting for our pay for this particular job, but once we receive it, be assured that we will be making our way back around.
Perfect. I hope you all have a pleasant day.
And you of course, madam.
Yes, thank you. And as you make your way through the shop...
Oh, and
yeah.
of course, if you need any mercenary assistance anytime in the next few days, please do not hesitate to contact the Slayer's Take.
Oh, what are you taking?
Mostly lives.
Oh, how grim.
We are
That's
mercenaries.
much more work for you.
Well, one, we do it with a smile, and two, we always do it for a client.
I see. And yeah, as you shut the door behind you, you now have all three of the objects from the upper tier district. The two names on the section for the middle tier district are these names. Let me find them. Here we are. Where are the names? Let's see. Sorry about this.
It's
Oh,
alright.
you're fine.
So there's this one, weirdly enough. And where's the other one? The description on the cupcakes is very delicious, especially the red velvet. And the second one, the tea treats, is just says, I need a drink to get through the work. Which one do you want to tackle first?
Let's go to the tea treats place. I'm not biased.
I was honestly gonna go cupcakes first, just to give less time for the tea to, cool.
No, that's also a smart idea. But there is... Some people do like iced tea.
Out of character. Or do we already go to Olga's orchids?
Yes.
We're waiting on the order
Okay.
from Olga's because, yeah.
No, she did, she gave you the thing. She gave you the scroll tube.
Right.
So you got what you want. You got what was requested.
Yeah.
He was just being weird about it. So which one are you tackling first? Clara's?
I personally think cupcakes, but I'm not gonna. If anyone has any,
What about you, Brick? What do you prefer?
I was not paying attention.
Rick is just vibing.
Yeah, Brick is researching upgrades.
I'm just imagining Brick doing the Lethal Company dance as he's got the lead.
Rick is doing the safety dance right now.
Tristan just says,
Brick is deciding.
well, how about we just get the cupcakes first then, because we seem to be mostly in agreement.
Very well. Off to do Xylosian's grocery shopping.
That's basically what this is, isn't it? We're just errand runners.
Again, this is
So-
less dangerous than our normal work, and we get paid as much for it.
I'm not going to
I'm not
complain
bad.
about it. I'm just surprised by the mundanity.
Do you see a cult of fish people coming to eat our faces? No.
Again, not complaining. I'm just
Oh, my-
surprised by the mundanity.
Our mind flayers,
Yeah.
Oh gods.
our gargoyles and poetry.
Or, cults surrounding Trasks.
Yeah, let's not go into that one. I don't want to deal with that.
So, as you wander through, once again you see the Goliath and the Hobgoblin running through the middle tier district of the city. There is no chameleon woman this time, however. She could be there, but you don't know. She's a chameleon after all. And yeah, it's just whatever these guards seem to be doing is keeping them very busy.
I feel like we've met most of the guards at this point. I feel like we're missing one.
Yeah. Funny that. Oh well. Probably nothing.
It doesn't take long for you though to notice a massive line is gathered, and you quickly realize as you peer down at the source of this line, this is the line for Clara's cupcakes.
Oh boy.
Well,
Ah.
shit.
There is probably 20 people ahead of you,
Well, shit.
and that's the line leading outside the shop. Tristan actually runs ahead and says there's about 6 more people inside.
I suppose the question is, do we leave some people here to stay in line for us, or do we just stand here until this line goes down?
We should probably leave someone.
I'll stay behind. I'll stay here and wait.
Okay.
Brick, do you mind waiting with Juniper?
You need Brick to hold all the boxes.
We're going to
Oh,
get
I'm sure.
we're going to get
We
tea.
don't know how big the box is going to be from here, though.
We're going to get tea. I don't think it's going to be that hard to carry.
Don't tempt fate now.
Why didn't we ask Oryx for a Xylosiant for a bag of holding?
Because we're idiots.
Honestly, if we can't carry everything, that's his fault as an employer for not giving us all the equipment we needed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, didn't you do the manual handling training? I did.
I ran the training.
But did you do the training yourself?
Yes. Because I did it with you. Because I'm the trainer.
You seem to forget. I was feeble-minded when that happened.
Yeah, that was a real ordeal. I am sorry
Yeah,
you had to go through that.
I'm really glad we got that fixed.
Well, it's not even we got it fixed, we just had to wait it out.
Which was an ordeal.
Yeah, how do you think I feel? I was the one dealing with the ordeal.
Exactly.
I'm just glad we don't have to feed you anymore.
That was awkward.
Oh yeah, you...
I felt
oh, yeah,
really
forgot
bad about that.
Anyway, so, who's staying behind to wait in line? You notice as you're waiting in line, the line is moved down by a couple of people.
I thought it was Brook and Jubilee, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so as they stay behind, sacrificing themselves to hold the line in not the usual way, but you know. Pelios and Afru with Tristan in tow.
Mhm.
The three of you head to Tiefling Tea Treats, and as you make it in, you see there is not a single tiefling in this building.
Well, I mean, there is one.
Apart from Pelios.
Well, this is novel.
You see an elf lady, high elf to be exact. You say, "Hi, welcome to Tiefling Tea Treats. How can we help you today?"
We are here to pick up an order for one Xylosiant.
Yes. Very good. Is it only just the three of you collecting this?
There is quite a line at Clara's, so we left a couple of members behind to wait in line.
Oh yeah, that bitch Clara. Anyway,
Not really our
Not
problem,
gonna
but
ask about that.
sorry, my inner.
it's fine. As I said,
anyway.
we're not. You are welcome to have your rivalry if you want to have it. We are only
We don't
here,
judge.
We are only here for a few days.
It's not. We are not paid to judge people, nor do we do it free.
But are you paid to kill people?
Yes.
Occasionally.
What if I ask you to kill Clara?
Do you have enough money to pay for it and also legal expenses?
What are your rates?
That is a question for Jubilee. I believe she does the rates.
Let us get back to you on that one.
Anyway,
I'm sure Arthur knows what the rates are.
Oh, I'm sure Arthur does, but that's not what we're here for. So I was deliberately, obfuscating.
yeah, it's clever. If you want to come around the back, I'll show you the shipments that we've got for you.
Oh boy.
As she leads you outside the building and walks around the back, you see about 4 crates. Like, I'm trying to think of how to describe the size of these crates. Like, these are like 4 foot by 4 foot.
Kristen, please go swap places with Brick.
I don't suppose you have a dolly
I don't
of some
even think
kind.
Brick. I don't think Brick could take all these.
Yeah, I don't suppose you have a dolly of some kind we could, at the very least, borrow.
If you're willing to, I can send it to an address of your choosing.
Did Xylosiant leave us a sending stone?
No. But I believe he did say we were going to meet him at the, lower guardhouse?
Understood. It'll be there shortly.
Thank
Very
you
much
kindly.
appreciated.
And yeah, meanwhile, the cupcakes. The line's actually moving significantly quickly now that the other group left. Jubilee and Brick.
Of course it did.
You're already there's only 7 people ahead of you at this point. It won't be long before you're inside the shop. So, what do you two... Do you just stand there awkwardly?
Yes, we're just going to stand there menacingly. No, we're going to make sure everything's all.
I mean these two. While you guys have been doing that. This is their scene.
I think Jubilee just kind of stands there,
Menacing.
trying to listen for the screams of the Pisces and/or the doctors.
Is Brick still just being stoic?
More or less.
Of course, having the 2 least talkative people in the group together.
Brick is just when I say earlier that Brick was researching upgrades, he's been doing diagnostic subroutines the whole time, just trying to look for weaknesses that he can try to patch up.
As you do that, you hear the sound of a young teenager say, "Oh, mother, do you think I could get a toy like this for my birthday?" And
Creak. Just imagine
You
just
see-
like
you see-
creak, creak, creak as he slowly turns his head towards the kid.
you see a young elf girl with a similarly elfish mother. Beautiful blonde hair.
And
These two look familiar, even though you've clearly never met them before. Trying to think of what the
out of character real quick. I added the I think it's a feat. Where'd it go? It's intimidating glare,
right.
which
Are you
for
planning
Brick,
on?
I just imagine his eyes just like glint and glow red.
Are you planning on
Sorry,
intimidating
hold
this
up,
mother and daughter duo?
No, I just like it was a thought like it would just be like something where immediately he hears the little girl say that and he turns and he's like ready to intimidate and glare until he sees them. He's just like, who the
If
fuck?
either of you want to, you can roll an intelligence check to see why you might recognize these two.
Yeah. Let's see. My intelligence modifier. Where is intelligence?
In the brain, usually.
Oh, there we go. Oh, just +1. So it's a d20 +1.
If you want to as well, Jubilee, you can do it if you care.
I don't think Jubilee cares.
13.
She looks like the guy who kicked your ass just earlier. Both of them do. Maybe the mother is his mother? But he was a
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. We're running into Aldane's family.
maybe.
Oh.
The younger girl looks to you, Jubilee, and says, "Excuse me, how much does he cost?"
He doesn't cost anything.
Oh, is
He's an
priceless.
No,
No, he's
he's
free.
an actual human. He's an actual sentient being.
Oh, my mistake. I'm so sorry. She gives you a very polite bow, Brick.
I do not appreciate being objectified.
I should know. He signed a contract saying such.
Well, I'm so sorry to bother you. She looks really embarrassed, and the mother just like drags her. He's like, "Imagine if your
Oh,
brother
but-
saw you do that. What would Aldane think?"
Who
Oh.
is your brother a paladin?
Yes, he is. How did you know?
We seem to have ran into him.
He and I
Oh.
fought once.
They sparred.
Fought once, literally like a few hours ago.
Once a long time ago.
Hey, it feels like it's been like months, right?
It's been a long time ago. Only let checks watch. Oh, only 20 minutes ago. Wow, time sure flies. Imagine.
Yeah, he
Wow.
hasn't even gone to prison yet. It's been a thing.
How is he doing?
He seemed to be in good form. He beat our friend here.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I didn't want. It's a good thing I couldn't buy him anyway. Then I guess.
I will not lose again.
It was a close bout, I will say that. Your brother is a very powerful fighter, though.
I thought he was a paladin, not a fighter.
Uh,
And she gives her
I
playful
am a fighter.
smile.
Shit, out of
Anyway.
character. I don't even know what weapons and equipment I have at this point. I think it's all on my old character sheet.
Everything. You are the weapon.
Yeah. I gotta when we get a breaking point, I gotta tell you guys about like some of the things I was looking at on my character sheet on Path Builder.
Fair
I
enough.
got some pretty cool feats.
But yeah, so she just says, "Well, I'm sorry to objectify you like I did, and I hope you have a pleasant day." And she leaves you, and you find the queue for Clara's is significantly dropping.
That what is significantly dropping?
the line.
The queue to get
Oh,
into
yeah.
the cupcake shop.
Sweet.
You find yourselves in the door, and you see a young, white-haired elfin lady. Very beautiful features, and just says, "Oh, how can I help you both today?"
We're here to pick up a package for Xylosian.
Oh, yes. Is there only two of you?
Unfortunately. Is that going to be a problem?
She comes from around the counter and leads you outside the shop and back at the building. And you see 6 crates.
Why do I get the feeling we got played?
And there
Yeah,
were
just having
five
fun.
Jubilee is doing some math.
If you have an address I can send these to, I can do that.
You will be delivered to the lower guardhouse if that's possible. I
Understood.
thought we would be able to just carry them, but I suppose not.
I guess he didn't tell you how many you were carrying.
No, he tends to be capricious like that.
As like after you're walking, you're looking at the list. You notice based on like how when light is shining on paper, you can see the back.
Mm-hmm.
You flip it over and you see like the receipt for some of these objects, like for some of these things, is just all on one bit of paper.
Yeah.
And you notice just 4 crates, tiefling tea treats, and 6 crates, Clara's cute cupcakes.
I have a feeling that duo is going to be struggling just as much as we did, but hopefully they do delivery. I mean, if they do, I'm not sure why we had to go pick it up in the first place, but...
You also see a note at the bottom saying, "Remind me to give them a bag of holding."
Well, clearly the note did not do its job.
Well,
Oh well, too late to do anything about it now.
yeah.
So, an Illicod again. I mean, that you are called that, but Jubilee and Brick, as you both exit the shop, you see your companions heading your way.
They're there.
So, 6 crates, eh?
6 crates.
We had 4.
Got a similar number. Yeah.
Remind me to do some. Remind me to go shoot something.
This was a waste of time.
Well, so enough time has passed that we can probably go back to Olga's.
We
Pick
got
up
the thing
that
from
order.
Olga's.
We did?
Yes.
Oh.
We don't need to go back there unless we actually want to buy something from her.
How many times
Alright.
did you hit your head, Palaya? No, it doesn't say that.
I'm pretty sure Brick is still carrying the box.
Well, the box is, because you got given both things so far.
Yeah.
I think I kept
Yeah.
hold of the tube.
Yeah, so, the
So
final
it's 5
two...
out of 7.
The final 2 shops that are in the lower tier district is... here it is. You notice one of them isn't the name of a place, it's just a person, and it mentions the city slums.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, just before we leave the middle tier, Jubilee, do you remember what the rate is for killing a shopkeeper in the middle of a city?
Can I roll law legal?
Yeah.
We're getting our money's worth out of that skill.
At least 10,000 gold.
10,000 gold at least.
Okay.
There might be some conversion rate differences due to us being in Cordis versus Cordis and Centralis versus Collier and Bovetman.
I mean, the
But-
city just seems slightly less corrupt than, you know, our home country.
I will
That would
say,
make it more
if this was in
difficult.
the lower, if this was in the upper district, based on what I've been able to read about, there would have been information about. It would have cost about 3,000 less due to the use of corruption there, but
Well, maybe the tea house lady does have that much money, but I somehow doubt it.
if this was Bovetman, probably about 4,000. So unless maybe we can fund, if this person wishes to finalize a trip,
Well, when we head back there, we can let her know. But, yes. Anyway, off to go see this Rashen
there's
fellow.
There's this one, and I'm trying to find the other one. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Boy, oh boy.
The crossover episodes go crazy.
Hmm. Which one do you decide to tackle first?
The finance place sounds like it's going to be classier. And less likely to result in some kind of scuffle.
So we go the second to end on a high note.
Yes.
Sure.
So as you go to the slums of the city, I say slums, they're still remarkably well kept. You navigate through, and how do I describe this? Like, even though it's supposed to be like the lower tier district, everything's still really nice.
Mm.
You know, like people are still happy, people are still thriving. And even when you enter what are supposed to be the slums, it's still nice. Like it still
Yeah.
doesn't look awful.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you see just out in the open streets of the slums is a black tortoise gentleman who is currently playing a game of what's the name of the game called?
Mahjong?
No, actually. It's just called One.
Uno?
And he's playing this with several people, and yeah, he happens to have a very sly expression on his face. And you notice, like, as he's in the middle of this game, you see one of the players that's, like, opposite of him, who happens to have several cards in his hand. Not several cards, he only has two cards in his hand. And so does this Russian. And you notice he put the gentleman opposing who you can assume is Russian, puts down a card that says +4. And then another player next to him puts down a +4 until it comes to Ration, who grins as he puts down a +4, and then all the other players put it down until it loops back round to the opposing player, and he's suddenly having to draw 20 cards from the deck. He just kicks the table over and walks away in a huff.
So, so out of character, if you've ever played Extreme Uno, which is basically just Uno with multiple decks stacked together, rather, I played that before a few times. At one point, the number of +4 stacks reached the point that it was +64 when it stopped.
At that point, I just Alt F4.
Yep. Oh no, it was like in person Uno, so it was.
Oh,
You flip the table.
I just Alt F4 out of real life.
Yeah,
Just
that's
drawing
game
an
over.
entire deck of cards.
So, you watch as the black tortoise gentleman just like dusts off his coat, gets up from his seat, and just looks over. Oh, who are you guys?
Hello, good sir. We are the Slayer's Take, and we are here on a mission from Xylosiant.
Mission is overstating it. We're here on an errand run.
Mission. Gotta keep the morale up.
What morale?
It is a glorified milk run.
Well, as a mutual friend of Xylosiant, let me lead you this way. And he leads you through some side alleys, like goes out of his way to like seemingly make a lot of twists and turns before he shows you this unmarked building and opens the door for you to enter it.
Go in.
Do you
Might
want
as
to go
well.
in?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, as you do that, it's well lit inside. Like, it's not as if he's leading you into like a dark building. He follows inside and just says, you look around and you see like what looks to be like someone's house. And he just says, I won this house from a game of gambling. So this is mine now. I'm a homeowner. Who would have guessed?
And this economy
Congratulations.
too.
Thank you very much. Yes, Xylosiant, as he widens his eyes as if knowingly, he asked me to look after this on behalf of, him. Don't ask where I got it from, though.
Where'd you get it from?
Come on.
I genuinely cannot tell you.
Fair enough. I was just curious as to what you would respond to that with. That was just
my
supposed to be
response.
beating a dick.
So, as Ration pulls out from inside of his coat, is this like coin-shaped, like a disc-shaped object that's wrapped in fabric, and he just places it on the table, and there you go.
Yep.
Thank you kindly.
So how is old Xylo doing lately?
I don't know who Xylodin is, but Xylosian's doing well.
Nah, let's just call him Oryx. We both know who he is.
He's doing relatively well. He's a little bit depressed at the moment, considering
Whatever happened.
Yeah, what was his name? Rua had his
Right.
arm cut off.
What?
That's not news here yet.
In universe, that only happened like a few hours ago.
Yeah, to be fair though, I feel like Rasha would have known that.
The fuck? How?
Some scuffle with the
don't
cult
know.
of Tarask, I believe.
Yeah, some dickhead with a sword.
He had some friends with him, though. What were their names again? I didn't really pay attention.
Was one of them
Byron
an
Gale.
boy? Yeah.
What was that?
And was one of them an Eladrin boy?
One of them was an
Yes!
Eladrin, one of them was Dairon Gale.
Very good at painting that
Oh.
boy was.
Doesn't sound like patting yourself on the back there. Definitely not. I don't know why I said that. That means that's just a complete non sequitur. Anyway. So, if that's... Oh, fair enough then, I guess. That's interesting news.
Probably will be more well-known news shortly.
I mean...
Out of character, this is how Ration gets his intel. Just like random people come in and tell him shit. And he's like, oh, that's good to know.
You'll be surprised. Well, if that's everything, I will bid you adieu, as he just, like, walks out the building and, like, just shuts it behind himself. Just not even expecting you guys to leave, he just leaves on his own accord.
Over under of this actually being his house.
I'm not taking that bet.
That's
You
late.
should go.
As you're, like, getting ready to leave, you hear footsteps coming down.
Of course.
And you see someone, like, in a bathrobe. You just see a dwarf in a bathrobe, and it's like, who the fuck are you?
We should go.
As you rush out, I'm gonna call a short break.
Alright.
Probably a smart move.
I love the fact that me and Mel both have legal on here.
Yeah.
Hmm. Excuse me.
Like I said, I've
Hope
got
you guys are
mastery
having-
proficiency on it.
Of course you do. I hope you guys are having fun.
Yeah.
I am.
Oh yeah, let me tell you guys about some of the feats I gave Brick on Path Builder.
Ah, yes.
So, first off, he's got Proximity Alert, and then a Vicious Swing, which is like a more powerful strike. Then here's one that I think is going to be very useful. It's this feat called Lightning Swap. You have practice quickly switching between styles. Well, between combat styles and the equipment needed for them. You interact to stow any number of items in your hands, and then draw up to 2 weapons or a shield and a weapon. So, like, I can quickly swap between weapons.
Hmm. Very cool.
And then another one that I think is gonna like kind of pair with that well is this internal compartment feat that I added. You can hide a small object of up to light bulk inside a hollow cavity in one of your forearms. Takes 3 interact actions to store an object in this way. You gain +4 circumstance bonus to the DCs of checks.
I'm glad you said one of your forearms.
Oh no, the forearm. Like
no,
not, like the
yeah, what I'm saying is there's like a cavity in one of them.
Yeah.
I was thinking a cavity elsewhere.
In a hollow
Like,
cavity,
literal
anywhere
ass-
on your body.
You've heard of ass pulling, now let me tell you.
Keystering. No, but oh yeah, it's also like you get a +4 a bonus for the DCs for checks when others try to seek or steal objects stored inside the arm. If you store a weapon in your arm, you can use a single action to interact and draw the weapon into the hand of the corresponding internal arm of the internal cavity, and then you can strike with the weapon. So you can like Assassin's Creed that shit, basically. And so like I was thinking I could just have a dagger, and then with quick swap it would just like, or lightning swap, it would be pretty nice.
Dagger, 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 dagger. Mushroom, mushroom.
Yeah, and then another good one is Titan Wrestler, which so you can attempt to disarm, grapple, reposition, shove, or trip creatures up to 2 sizes larger than you, or up to 3 sizes larger than you if you're legendary in athletics.
Hmm.
And I'm just gonna power level athletics and acrobatics. Because I also have Catfall, which is great. You just take less damage on falls, and then when you max out acrobatics, you take no damage when you fall. And then I have Pathfinder's version of Uncanny Dodge.
Right.
But do you have
Yeah, which-
Uncanny Valley?
No, it's called Flip. So it's like a reaction. So the trigger is an enemy targets you with a melee strike. Flinging your body into a twisting somersault, you gain a +2 circumstance bonus to your AC against a triggering attack. The attack hits you, you can step into an open space that's still within triggering army's reach, turning the impact of the blow into momentum. So it's kind of like a bit of a counter, but you get a slightly higher AC against attacks against you. There's no like actual uncanny dodge skill though that I found. I was looking for it. But yeah, what do you guys think of?
Interesting.
the-
I mean,
Pretty neat.
if we were playing an actual campaign, I'd love to really see the nitty gritty of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Yeah,
are not.
Yeah. Now I chose my weapon mastery as sword, but I was actually thinking of using knife. But I don't know.
Oh no, he's got a knife. Ah!
No, because like listen to these this critical specialization bonuses you get. With the sword, the target is made off balance by your attack, becoming flat-footed until the start of your next turn, which I think gives you advantage. And then with knife, the target takes 1d6 persistent bleed damage. You gain an item bonus to this bleed damage equal to the weapon's item bonus to attack rolls. So
Cool.
that's why I was thinking maybe specialize in knife. But what do you guys think? Should I stick with sword or change it to knife?
I mean, I'm trying to think of how to describe it. Well, you're not in. There's not gonna be too many fights, so it's up to you. If you want to experiment and go a little silly, go for it.
Just turn him into Robo Sung Jin Woo.
Imagine.
With bleed, I just gotta get paralyzed.
I'll be right back.
All right. But yeah,
Yeah,
if there's one thing I'd actually want to bring over to 5e is, you know, being able to have something stupid like Law Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are abusing the fuck out of that, and I love it.
Just like some
What-
stupid thing that you can have, like that, you know, because of your character you have knowledge in that you can roll as a check sort of thing.
It's very
Yeah.
silly.
And meanwhile, I'm turning my guy into a pretty nice tank because I have 106 HP and an armor class of 22.
My
Plus
dude,
I have plus 14 to fortitude, plus 14 to reflex, plus 12 to will. Expert in all three.
my dude, max HP of 92 and AC of 24.
Yep. Like, I broke the game, you mean?
No, I have a better AC than you.
You have a better AC?
Yeah.
Wow.
Does he dodge good?
I mean, yes, that
Yeah,
absolutely
that's the
helps.
thing is I have flip. So that could help. I wish there were an actual, like, dodge action. You can block with a shield, but I don't want to wield a shield. I want to do, like, one-handed sword or dagger. So then...
Don't
Because,
want to wield a shield.
not so much, no. Because he's a fighter. He's not a paladin or,
Hmm.
like, a warrior or anything like that. So he's got a... I want him to have a different fighting style. He's still a tank, but, like, more of a mobile tank.
I'm back.
Yeah. So Kaido, you missed. My max HP is 106, but my AC is 22.
Nice. It's crazy how you can. Well,
But,
I know
like-
I know before Warforged became official, there was like whole builds around getting your AC high as possible at just level 1.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm just going to ban Warforged in my campaigns. Not me specifically, but other people.
Wild. Actually, I want to see what happens if I. Oh, so okay. So with the flip feat, I effectively have a 24 AC.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's a circumstance bonus every time I get. It's only against melee attacks though. Against like ranged attacks, I think my AC is still 22, but against melee attacks, it's 24. So that's a nice little boost to me there. I just really wish there like let me see. They do have uncanny dodge.
I mean, like I said, I've got 24 AC just regularly.
Yeah, what's your class and everything again?
Magus. Basically,
Right.
basically.
Did you actually?
I mean, it's
Are you
basically a melee spellcaster.
Yeah, my AC is 22, so
Oh, Uncanny Dodge is they trashified it in Pathfinder. It doesn't do what it did in 5e.
Very unfortunate.
You only gain the deny advantage class feature. That's wild.
Mhm.
So
I mean-
flip is actually better.
Mm.
It's better than Uncanny Dodge.
I do have some pretty cool spells though.
Yeah. So Mill, what race did you make Athru?
Changeling. Wow. Human ancestry, changeling
So, like-
heritage, I believe.
So trying to make it as close to slime as possible.
I mean,
Well, just to be a changeling.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's dope, though.
me picking Rimuru as my, basically avatar for Athru is more just because I like Rimuru's design.
It is a good design.
Rimuru's character design is one of the reasons I love slime so much. Like it's actually a very unique character design.
So, it's... And
Also, he's got that drip. He's always looking drippy.
and the fact that, Rimuru is...
I mean, he is a slime.
Yeah, but the fact that Rimuru is quite, androgynous and can change appearance, then, yeah, it sort of fit with what I was going for.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you guys could probably guess that part of my inspiration for picking Warforged is Alphonse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm making it like that's part of why I want to make him kind of a mobile tank, because like Alphonse could move.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm kind of like, wait, what weapon would I want him to specialize in? And I guess like sword is
I
the
mean,
best
well,
option because that's one of the few weapons he's wielded.
Yeah, I'm sure he's used a spear as well.
Yeah, like pole arms and stuff, but
Mm.
pole arms don't give you a good bonus, so I was like, sword slightly better. But yeah,
Oh my nose. Right then. Are we all still here?
Yep.
Again?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Are you here, Dylan?
I feel like I'm somewhere else. No, I'm here.
Right then, are we ready to jump back in?
Yep.
Sure.
One moment. Are we ready to jump back in? Also me, 1 second. I'm just finding the right song I want to play next.
While you're doing that,
Uh,
I'll just share one of my spells, which is Sudden Bolt, which is basically just drop a fucking lightning bolt on somebody.
That's
Love
so
that.
rad.
Black lightning.
Yeah, one of the cantrips I found while I was looking through them was Summon Instrument, which I felt was too perfect for me to pass up as a bard.
Hmm.
I mean, in terms of cantrips, I picked the cantrip that seemed closest to just Eldritch Blast. But I
Yeah.
also have this one called Telekinetic Projectile, where you just
Yeah, I picked that one up too.
where you just hurl something at somebody.
Yeah. It's the yeet spell.
Mhm.
I love that. I kind of wish I had picked a mage or something.
Mages
But,
are fun and all, but like,
Now I get to be Brick. And I get to be
Yes.
monotone, so I don't have to try to play up a character.
Here's the song.
And yeah. What song is this? Is this a
for
cursed
you
song?
now. It's a good song.
it's tub thumping. You get
So,
knocked down, but
is
you
it
get back up
lo-fi?
again.
So I'm gonna say you've left the building after, turns out Ration wasn't actually telling the truth about it being his house.
Okay.
As you get chased away by a robe-wearing dwarf. You then make your way to Cloud9 Finance, yes?
Mhm.
So you go up the multiple steps leading up to the office. Do you give the door a knock?
Yep.
As you go in, as you do that, you hear a female's voice at the door just saying, "1 second, please." And you see Opening the door is a hippo lady, or a GIF, GIFF.
Mm-hmm.
She gives you a smile and says, "Oh, come in. There's a lot of you. Are you all here for financial advice and a loan?"
It's a GIF.
We are here on a special mission from a fellow called Xylosiant.
Oh, yes. One moment then. As she actually lets you in, and you watch as she walks to one of the bookshelves and pulls one of the books from the shelf, and you hear a mechanism activate. And you see as the bookshelves part, and you see a secret compartment, like a secret vault of a room. And you see more money than you've probably ever comprehended in your life. And you watch as she reaches from inside her pocket, and you see as she pulls out this, like, small thing. And as she stretches it out, this, like, band, this rubber band, it opens up to a gigantic hole. And you see one of the bags she has. She, like, just tosses one of the bags inside, and then closes the hole up, and then passes it to one of you. Like, hands it to one of you. There you go.
Jubilee, do you mind carrying this one?
You notice the small thing is basically weightless.
Do you have any customers in Bovetman by any chance?
Sora does have plenty of customers from there, yes.
If it wouldn't be too much bother, would you mind, recommending our mercenary group to any of them? Slayer's Take, we are very well regarded.
I think Sora's currently out on collection right now. Although I say collection, he's been on collection for several hours and hasn't come back yet. He's probably off snoozing somewhere or getting a bite to eat or doing whatever. He tends to do that.
When in reality.
I mean, you don't know what he's doing. Well, Brick doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And she says, well, if you need anything else, if you need financial advice or a loan, you know where to come to.
Absolutely.
So, as you leave the office...
Yeah, we really want to get an in with that Bovetman clients. They're probably very rich.
Or willing to take out a shady loan. So...
Either way, they could use our help.
Take out a small loan of $1 million.
We have several bridges we can sell people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if nothing else, we should probably be renting Pisces out as pest control.
I'm sure Pisces would like rats. Just they'd be more morsels than
He doesn't
meals.
like them. I was there when he ate a rat. He said it wasn't chewy enough.
I mean, you have noticed that there's been less critters in our establishment.
Oh no, he's been making friends with the spiders.
Good, we
That's
like
concerning.
spiders. No, we like spiders. Spiders keep insects away.
Yeah. I'm not mad about that.
Yeah, and the spiders have been keeping the rats away.
Oh, that's good.
They must be big ass spiders.
Anyway, we should head to this lower guard house.
And so, as you make your way through, you find yourself at what presumably is the lower guard house, just based on its appearance and, the multiple guards that are making their way to and from it.
Mm-hmm.
As you make your way over, you do see a I'm trying to think of how to describe it. You see a you see an what's the race of this person? You see a goblin gentleman in the Cordician Royal Guard armor, and he just says, "You're the Slayer's Take, correct?"
Indubitably so.
Xylosynth said to expect you, based on your descriptions. He's inside if you want to follow.
Of course,
Okay.
lead on.
He leads you inside. As you walk through the guard building, you come across to a door, and he gives it a few taps, and you hear a voice saying, "You can come in." As the goblin opens the door, you see Xylosynth sat on a chair, and opposing him is a man with aquamarine eyes and jet black hair.
Oh my god,
this?
it's Drake Blackburn!
Who?
I'm joking.
This is out of character, I assume.
Yeah. Is it not Kuro?
Spoilers. It is.
Yeah, I thought so.
And you just see as there's actually 5 chairs for all of you already laid out. Folding chairs, of course.
Mhm.
And you just see Oryx give a smile and just says, I take it you collected all the things for me?
Everything bar the middle
we have to
tier.
get some of them delivered.
Yes.
Oh, we already got the cakes and the tea supplies.
Good, that was promptly delivered. Yes, you did not give us the bag of holding you mentioned on the note.
He just reaches into his coat and holds out a bag. And then puts
Bit
it
late
back
for
away.
that.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yes, it was in my pocket, so...
I
What
mean, we
can you
can
do?
put the stuff in there now if you want.
Nah, it's fine. I have a portable hole for that. Which reminds me, as he pulls out his notepad and writes in, must install portable hole in coat. Anyway, so,
Okay, Ethan.
what? What was that again?
I said, okay, Ethan.
I don't get the reference.
Ethan having a void key in his coat.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I haven't read Cradle in months, if not like a year at this point.
Last book came out in June, I think.
The last one I read was Bloodline. I haven't even read Reaper yet.
Oh, wow.
Are you waiting for the physical?
No, I've just been really lazy. I've just been procrastinating.
There.
So, you take your seats, and Oryx leans back in his chair and just says, well then. So, the gang is all here. You see as this gentleman is sat across from you, and Oryx just gestures and says, this is the captain of the upper tier district. Words. That's a bleeper. The lower tier district guards. This is Kurogane Takeishi. He is in fact the brother of the current peak soul of Tennoyama.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure as well. Oryx has spoke very highly of you and your skills.
I believe we've been seeing some of your guards running around.
Everything okay?
Hobgoblin and Goliath, and occasionally probably a chameleon woman.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, there's something going on at the moment. Don't worry about it, it's not your problem.
It could
Never
be our
know.
problem if you have the money.
Would you not do it out of the goodness of your own heart?
Oh, were you serious?
Unfortunately, we are, in fact, mercenaries.
I mean, to be fair, if the seven
Technically,
deadly
so
sins
the-
existed here in this world, he would be greed.
I mean, technically, so was the people from that group who kicked his ass, according to Oryx. As he gestures to you, Brick. No offense intended. Aldane is an excellent warrior, and I'm sure you are as well.
I will not lose again.
Yes, but they are heroes. We are mercenaries.
I mean, from what
Have a
Oryx said, you
difference
saved
there.
that human girl without any expectation of pay from her.
Children are different.
Children
You're-
get...
You also helped him
Ugh.
without any expectation of pay as he gestures to Tristan.
We are mercenaries, However, we are not
He
entirely
works for
heartless.
us. And then I point at Tristan. He works for us now.
I wasn't initially going to work for you.
He works for us now.
Anyway, if you are curious, the situation is a few of the guards have gone missing.
Oh. That seems
Well,
problematic.
that's not good.
No, it's not. One of them's one of my closest people as well, Tristina. And the moment he says that, Tristan just gets up in his chair. Tristina Dentus? And Kuro's like, oh, you're her brother. And then Oryx is like, oh.
I
By the
feel
way,
like, I feel
is
like
the-
the two of
are
you
the-
should have made this realization already.
Is the food cakes out?
No.
Can Jubilee just be snacking on something as this is happening, like almost munching popcorn?
Yeah, sure.
Elias is also doing this.
Or Emma Sky in Apollo Justice?
Snackers. Yeah, it's like, oh. Oryx is like, oh yeah, you know what? I can see the resemblance.
No
Okay,
shit.
I feel like we have a vested interest now.
And Kuro just says, well, as you do that, I'm actually on annual leave, so I need to get going.
Can you just
Well, don't worry,
quickly...
we'll charge you the loyalty mission rate.
I'm supposed to be heading back home soon enough, so I gotta get that ready.
Is there someone we should talk to in your absence?
You can liaise with my second in command, Gaius. He's the hobgoblin gentleman.
Oh, okay.
He's currently exhausted in his room.
Well,
Poor guy.
you prepare for your nice holiday off at home, and we shall go speak to this fellow.
Kuro gets up and walks out the door. And as he does, Oryx just mumbles something underneath his breath. As he also gets up from his seat.
Can we perception to hear that?
No. Yeah, you can.
29.
Wow, my perception is plus 14.
I don't know if that's good or not.
I mean, I rolled a 19, so it should be decent.
Oh, right. Does anyone else bother to roll?
How do I roll perception? Where is that? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, it's down bottom right on the first.
So I just hit perceive, right?
Yeah, just perceive.
Nice.
Do not perceive me.
Too late.
So you hear him just. You hear Oryx mumble these words. Let me see. Good to see Drake is taking a break.
Alright,
In
fair
the
enough.
words he mumbles.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, they're both dragons, so.
I forget, did we ask Oryx if he knew who Drake Blackburn was?
You don't even know who Drake Blackburn is.
No, but I mean with the main party.
No? It never came up.
I refuse to believe that.
You assumed I remember you saying you thought he was Drake.
Yeah.
But no, Oryx definitely isn't.
I know. I'm certain
Yep.
that once I realized there were two different people, that I would have asked him.
Yeah, you are led to Guy's office. Mountains and mountains of paperwork. As Guy is currently sat on the couch on his office, just laid down. You see his armor off his body. Sorry, do you need any assistance? As he, sits up in his seat?
I believe we are in the position to assist you. One of your missing guards, Tristina, is the sister of our good friend here, Tristan, and good employee. And it behooves us to find her.
I think you're going to use the word behooves.
Of course. Behooves us to find her and your other missing
I always
fellows.
forget, out of character, I always forget Afru's in, his 40s.
Yeah. Their
That's
40s.
probably why they speak so antiquated.
Mhm.
While Arthur is talking, Jubilee will.
Jubilee what? Cuts out?
Drops the base.
Just disappears.
Again?
Again?
Meanwhile, Arthur's out here like, hello, fellow kids.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah, Athru's been around, and Athru likes to purport themselves as a classy, gentle person.
Whether or
Is
not
anything but-
Arthur succeeds in doing so is another question entirely.
Because hey,
Until Gen's back.
Athru has been a mercenary their entire life, so they're not actually that highbrow.
Well, as we wait for Gen to return, so Guy gets up and just says, "Well, there's actually several guards who've gone missing."
And we will hopefully
We've
find
been-
them as well.
We've been examining the area, and actually, wait one moment. As he seems to be responding to something as he puts his hand to his head.
Sorry, before I cut out, I was saying that I was trying to put the contract for loyalty missions on Guy's desk.
Right.
Just put it on top of the stack of paperwork.
Guy just says, "So, I've just been given some intel. Apparently, the people are in the sewers. If you take Kemi, can you lead them?" And you just notice, the hats at the hat rack that's been near you, the clothing pole, just suddenly is the chameleon woman you saw briefly.
Yeah. You are very good at stealth.
One of her eyes looks at you and then looks back at Guy, and she gives a salute. Alright then. Follow Cammy's instructions to the letter, and she will not steer you wrong.
All right.
Cammy just makes her way out the room.
Alright.
As you are making your way out the building, Oryx pats you on the shoulder, Afru, and just says, "If you need any assistance, use this." And he hands you a small golden bead. Crush it if you need any help.
Shiny.
It's easy to crush. Don't worry, I'm not giving you something that you can't break.
Oh, don't worry. If I struggled with it, we could always hand it off to Brick.
Well,
I am good
Anyway.
at breaking things.
so now you have a gold bead. You can spend any form of action or reaction to break it.
Okay.
You don't know what it will do,
Hmm.
but you can do it. So, as you are making your way outside, you are being led by this very quiet chameleon lady. She's not even saying a single thing to you. But she's just walking in almost piercing silence. As you're on your way out, though, you do see Tristan is noticeably uncomfortable. He looks like he's ready to have a panic attack.
Klaus, you're the
Mhm.
people person. Do you want to say something?
I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but so, where are we going precisely? I know you meant it was mentioned that the sewers are where our destination is, but how
I
are we
meant to
getting there?
Tristan.
You watch as
Amazing.
Cammy looks behind at you guys and just points further ahead.
Good to
and
know. Thank
continues,
you.
Like,
Jubilee
Thank you,
just places a hand on Tristan's shoulder and says,
ah!
Just-
he just jolts.
You good? Are you
Two things.
doing all right?
No, I'm not. My sister could be dead.
yes, but we don't know that. It's very possible she's fine. Breathe. We're doing this. We will find out where they are, and we'll get you two together again. And to remember to always be alert.
We'd really like to not have to feed you for 10 months again.
Not cool.
I think that is Arthur's attempt to be genuine.
I thought you were going to say it's his attempt to be a joke. It'd be a first time for everything.
Okay then.
He smiles a bit. It's clearly like fucking with you guys. It's just, you know.
Well, rest
If
assured,
Arthur
we
is
will...
allowed to bring up contracts, he's allowed to give some of you guys a hard time.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, understandable.
But yes.
He can give what he gives what he takes back.
Do not worry. We will do as the Slayer's Take always does, and perform.
Just perform.
I mean,
We do
perform
perform this way.
performing our duties, which means we succeed, which means we find your sister, and you reunite, and, you know, all goes well.
Who knows? Maybe if I reunite with her, I'll leave. After all, I won't have any reason to stay, will I?
Luckily for you, there is a clause in the contract about that.
Yes, I know. I said so when we talked about it.
And I agreed to it because I'm a very benevolent boss.
There you go. You're getting better by the minute with jokes.
Just be careful. Just know that we're on your side, Tristan.
I know.
We'll gladly help you as best we can.
Remember,
Mm-mm.
we always take back what's ours.
Maybe we should get Pisces for this.
No, I think we'll be fine.
No,
I don't really
I think
want
God
him.
said Tyses is too powerful for this job.
I honestly think bring Pisces into a sewer would be bad.
Why?
I don't want to know what he would eat here, or pick up while swimming in filth. Put it this way, I'm not cleaning him.
I mean, I know there's urban legends about alligators or crocodiles living in sewers, but I know those are false.
Julie coughs.
There may be bone claws in the sewers.
Now that's just
Yeah,
insanity, Brick.
please.
Smash cut to ages ago when Ruru was like being drowned, being impaled.
Help me, please, for the love of God, help me.
He was too busy not dying of blood loss.
Yeah.
You are my specials.
Nah. Don't worry about it. He's fine. He was fine.
Yeah, he is. And now he's, you know, well, as of the current campaign, he's alive and well. But you know, in this current bit of time, he's in a coma.
He'll be fine. So yes, how are we doing on getting to the sewers?
So Cammy leads you to a manhole cover, and she gestures for you brick, and then gestures for you to lift it up.
Fine. Do I have to do any check for that, or no?
No?
Okay, good.
As you lift up the manhole cover, Cammy then goes down the ladders. Who goes down next?
Brick.
Don't I have to go last because I have the manhole cover?
We'll manage.
You don't know. Cammy just gestured for you to do that. You don't know why.
Might be a good
Alright.
idea for him to go last then.
Cammy's just not talking.
Fine, I'll
Like,
go. I'll
well.
go next then.
Cammy's just like that.
Yeah, fine, I'll go next then.
I can go after.
I'll go last.
Tristan will go at some point, and yeah. So, as you go down the sewers, you how do I describe this? It definitely smells like a sewer.
Voice for realism, I guess.
Yeah, how immersive.
Hmm.
It stinks like shit. One sec. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just sorting stuff out. So you go down the map. You go down the map. What the fuck am I saying? The ladders.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the
Thank
map.
you, Dora. And you find yourself. Look, you see Cammy pulls out a torch and lights it, so you have better vision. Also, as a lizard folk, she can't see in the dark.
Fair enough.
She leads you through the tunnels. Every so often, you see her pause and like put a hand to her head as if she's like taking in information. You even, as you're moving through, you see Tristan just say, "If this wasn't in the sewers, I could probably find her by scent."
Yeah, sewers kind of put a damper on that particular sense.
Thank you, Pelios. Ever the wellspring of. Sorry,
That-
no, I don't want to be too rude to you guys. I know you helping me,
I appreciate your recognition of that.
but it would have been a funny zinger.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I mean, not for you, obviously, but you know.
Yeah.
Trying to find the right music. Here we go. I'm bringing back a HUD what's the word? A HUD classic.
Ah, Shadowlands Bridge.
This is a certified hood classic.
So, as you maneuver through the sewer, you how do I describe this? You find yourselves navigating through many twists and turns, many like awkward passageways. And eventually you come across this, like, as you're moving through the sewers, it gets to the point where it's like, this doesn't even, the locale doesn't even look like sewers at this point. It's really weird. And, you know, it's, it gets to the point though where you come across this large ornate door. And you, how do I describe this? You see there's a lock on the door, and Cammy is going to do a check to pick the lock. One moment. Of course, Cammy's a go.
Mhm.
She's the go. She passed. As she does the lock, she gestures at you guys, and then at the door, and then she gestures at herself and points to this spot that she's at, like by the door, and then points at her eyes, and then points around your general area.
Understood.
You see Tristan lean into your ear, Juniper, and he just says, "I don't even know what she said." Did you?
Does Jubilee know what she said?
Intelligence.
If
No,
I
I
know what
don't.
she means as the player, does Brick know what she means? Can I just
Yeah, you
I
can
just
do
know
it. Yeah, I'd say you can. Why not?
can I just
Nope.
know? Yeah.
Athru has even less idea.
Hold on, let me try.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is perfect because Brick, being like the more taciturn of the group, understands the hand signals. Brick just.
Oh wait, no, Tristan does get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I lied actually. I think she wants us to go in and she stays behind as a lookout. Which is what you also guess, Brick.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
Jubilee will get low and like just start just moving forward
So-
stealthily.
I'm gonna give you you just enter the room.
I mean,
why I'm
Jubilee's
gonna-
gonna try and be as quiet
Oh,
as possible.
So I'm gonna say I'm giving you a box to put yourself in. Put yourself wherever you want in this box. If I can. How do I do shapes in this? Don't tell me it doesn't let me do shapes in
draw?
this. There's draw. Oh wait, yeah, I found it. I don't know why it didn't come up immediately. Okay, I figured it out. I'm a game. Oh no, that's. There we go. So draw. Okay, and rectangle. So anywhere within this box.
Alright.
Going up. Pelios?
Yeah. Which one's the front? Which one's the back?
Top.
Going north is front.
Probably a good idea to be back here then.
Okay.
No, I will
Uh,
stick a little behind Brick.
No back.
I'll be the vanguard.
I guess you could say he's bricked up.
Well, if there's gonna be a fight, he is.
I can imagine that being like his shitty catchphrase. And then everyone's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that isn't-
instead of Hulk smash or it's
That
clobbering
isn't-
time,
I'm
I'm
bricked
bricked up.
And then people just like, Brick, that isn't what it means. No, stop. You're being cringe.
Jubilee lets
I'm
him say
being,
it just because it's
based
funny.
and red pilled.
No. Bad. Hold on.
So, as you enter the room, I'm going to drag you in.
Hey, the bonk should be saved for horny moments.
It is also for when you need to be disciplined.
You're
There
fine.
you go. Anyway,
Oh my god, I hate
So-
that you have to like select the pan function here.
you can just hold right click, which is what I'm doing.
Oh, true. I forget I have an actual mouse now.
So, you enter the room and you see a lizard folk at this altar. He seems to be chanting, and you see multiple guards just unconscious.
Is he chanting in Latin?
No, he's chanting in a language you don't know.
Cool.
And he just turns around and says, "Ah, more sacrifices to our goddess."
Say what now?
Sorry.
Oh, do you not know? Oh, you.
Honestly, we
we
didn't bother learning about you. You're gonna be kind of quick to deal with, and a little speed bump on our day off.
Now that's just rude.
Then be more, I don't know, unique.
It's all in the presentation, dude.
Yeah.
Good points. As he clicks his fingers, you see from these pools of acid. Because let me
Actually,
see.
Kaido, before that, before he did anything, I wanted to use Intimidating Glare on him.
Okay, you can roll for that. Yeah,
I don't know. It's.
I'll
Do I
allow
roll?
it.
Do I roll for it?
I don't know. It's
what
your
does the
it's your
ability say?
feet.
It says you can demoralize the mere glare. When you do, demoralize loses the auditory trait and gains the visual trait. And you don't take a penalty if the creature doesn't understand your language. So,
Oh, I've got that
demoralized?
as well.
Yeah, how do I roll for that?
With a sudden shout, a well-timed taunt, or a cutting put down, you can shake an enemy's resolve. Choose a creature within 30 feet of you you're 30 feet of you, so you are not within 30 feet.
True.
At that
Never
point,
mind then.
attempt an intimidation check against that target's will DC if the target does not understand the language. Well, that's fine. Regardless of the result, the target is temporarily immune to your attempt to demoralize it for 10 minutes. On a success, the target becomes frightened 1. On a critical, the target becomes frightened 2.
So you cannot demoralize him.
Not right now, no.
Demoralize.
Damn. Okay. I'll save that then.
So, one moment.
Demarmalize.
Yes, that was
Demarmalade.
intentional. Demarmalade.
Anyway, so what was he doing with the pools of acid?
You see multiple things come out of the pools of acid. You see multiple black dragons. One moment.
Brick is getting very excited. He's getting bricked up.
No.
Rick,
Oh my
we are
God,
not
it's
making
my
this a
fault.
thing.
None of that.
We are
Shame on you.
we are a family-friendly mercenary group.
Ah, yes, of all the murder and killings that we engage in.
Look, children's stories contain murder all the time.
We draw the line at getting sexually aroused by murder.
So, there are them. Yes, there's 3 there. And he just says, "Go on, my pets. Kill them."
I guess we're doing this then.
Yeah.
Oh, so I also have proximity alert, and it says I get a +2 circumstance bonus to perception checks made as initiative rolls.
Oh.
Is
I don't know.
there a range for that?
It didn't say that there was a range.
What was the feat?
Proximity alert.
Okay, yeah, you just gain +2.
So that means I get a +4 to initiative.
You
Because
are you
or is hold on.
Where is the initiative on the damn
Yeah.
sheet?
down
it's
on perception?
+4.
Oh boy, Tristan is really up for this.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense, honestly.
It works. It
So you
works.
do a perception
it-
initiative? How'd
Why
you
did it
that?
do the... No, it did the black dragon for some reason. I'll just add turn on here. 34. The black dragons got a 10. A humble 10.
So I think you add 14 to that or something. Because that's just without the modifiers, and if it's perception, then I get a plus 16.
He also did decently-ish. For 16. I'm also gonna get some music for this, don't worry.
That's fine.
You're not just gonna fight to this monotonous theme.
So 34 would be my initiative then, right?
Here we go. Here's the musica.
So is that right?
I mean, I don't know what your pluses are, so I can't say.
Yeah, because if you do, it's a D20 plus your initiative or your perception mod, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got a plus 14 perception, and then I get the plus 2 from proximity alerts. That's plus 16, so that should be 34.
So, what's your whatchamacallit?
Dexterity.
No, I think it's
Oh,
wisdom.
Sorry,
yeah.
it's wisdom.
So what's your wisdom modifier?
Tristan's is a 16.
Wisdom's... It says plus 1 for wisdom.
So you get a plus
Yeah, but-
1, and then from expert proficiency you get 11, so that's 12. So it's a plus 14 to your, so it's 32.
32?
Yeah.
Heard.
Why did it?
Why did Tristan, yeah, I was going to say, why did Tristan go down to 24?
I was trying to fix the tiebreaker things to get 32. Right then, so it's quite funny that it's Tristan's thing. You know, that he went first.
Yeah.
Oh, there's only 3 of the dragons?
This is a 20-foot area burst. Does that mean it's a... Just checking to see the area of this spell, because I don't know if it's like... It says a 20-foot area burst. I don't remember if that means a square or a circle.
What's the name of the spell?
Cave Fangs.
Okay, thanks, bye.
A burst effect issues forth in all directions from a single corner of a square within the range of effect.
Okay, so it's like a cone.
No, I posted. Do you see the image I posted?
Oh, okay, so it works like that, right.
Yeah.
So it's like a plus shape. Not a plus shape, but yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
So...
There's the various other ones as well.
I'm gonna use... Where is it now? Oh, I didn't even realize there was a... Is there a way to do it with bursts? I mean, it's fine if it isn't. So, snaps and... So, 20 foot. Okay, so I can do it from... Actually, I'll just do a shape token. There we go, I'll use this, and this can be the shape token. Unless this doesn't do bursts, which will be upsetting.
Mm.
Oh.
Might be best just to do a square and leave it at that.
There we go.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so from here... Actually, wait. No, I'll do that. Because then it hits all of them. Do it from there. Yeah, so now... Let me just check K-Fangs again. So, K-Fangs deals 66 piercing damage to creatures in the area with basic reflex save. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration, which is a minute. The duration turns to dust when the spell ends, and I can dismiss the spell. Yeah, so Tristan's going to cast that. Now, 66 is 20 damage. The lizard folk in the back is in pain. Because he failed. And the dragons also get hurt for a substantial amount of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that is that much and that much. They have that much, and he has only that much left. Okay, so that's... I always forget, how many things do I have, or is it just that with spells?
So I think you will probably... Let me just check K-Fangs. You've got one action left.
Tristan's just gonna move 25 feet this way.
Right.
That'll be his turn.
Is movement an action in Pathfinder?
I don't know.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, when you use the stride action.
Right, okay.
Yep, so that's Tristan's turn. By the way, this water is like 10 foot deep.
Okay.
I should have said that. How much movement do you have actually as an android?
I have 30,
Oh, okay.
but it's because I added 5 to my base movement with a feat.
Hmm.
I think I'm just gonna go right here to this guy front and center. Let me just... Boom. Does that make me affected by Tristan's spell, or...?
I'm going to say no, because a burst isn't exactly a circle shape.
Okay. And so with that... Oh yeah, that's right, I was gonna look at how to attack.
Take your
I forget
weapon.
what...
Sorry.
No. No, I'm just thinking like... I know it's a D20, but I'm trying to think like what modifiers are added to it.
The modifiers which deal damage. I don't know.
But yeah, movement taking speed, or movement taking an action explains why you get 3 then.
Yeah. Which I actually like the idea of.
I feel like such a noob at this. Like, I'm just like, how do I roll an attack?
I mean, what weapon have you picked?
A sword.
Just a basic sword?
Like, yeah, like a longsword or something, one-handed.
Then D20 plus your strength.
D20 plus strength? Okay, so D20 plus 4.
Would it be... Probably would be with your, so if you're a fighter, then you're probably expert, so...
Yeah, I'm expert in,
4,
martial weapons.
so plus 15?
So that's,
No,
for
no,
to
you'll
roll
be
the
a
hit?
master. No, you're a master, because we're at level 7.
Am I? It says expert, simple weapons, expert martial weapons, trained advanced weapons, expert unarmed attacks.
You should be master because level 5 gets you master.
Huh.
Well, one weapon group, so presumably.
Oh, probably with swords, because that's the
probably
one I
with swords,
specialized.
yeah.
Let me look at that. There you are. Oh, yeah, it doesn't tell me anything. Okay,
Brick is
never
the
mind.
bone of his sword.
So yeah, so plus 17.
So D20 plus 17.
Yeah,
Wild.
and you still only got just above 20.
Yep.
Doesn't it? I'm joking. He does.
And then to roll for damage now. I don't know if there's any modifiers to it. Do I add strength or dex or?
Just strength, but you get, because again we're level 7, you've got weapon specialization. You get a plus 3 to your damage as well, so plus 7 to your damage.
All right, and then that would be what, a 2d8 or?
It won't be 2d8. It'll be 1d8.
1d8.
Actually,
plus
are
7.
you? Let's say, yeah, just go with 1d8.
Yeah, and then that's 1d8 plus 4 for strength, plus 3 for expertise. So 1d8 plus 7.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, not bad. And then do I get one more action?
Yes.
Yeah, because we get 3, right? I used 1 on
Yes.
movement. Yeah,
1 on movement, 1 on strike. So yeah.
I'm gonna do another strike.
Yeah, slightly,
Guessing that
slightly
hits.
better.
8 plus 7. There we go.
Don't forget, if it's 10 above, if Brick rolled 10 above the armor class of the thing he's hitting, then he gets a critical hit.
Oh, 33 then will... Yeah, 33 is a critical hit.
Oh, so what do I add to that?
Double your dice.
Okay, so I get another d8.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah?
No,
Yes.
just double the number on your dice, I think. Is that what we're doing, or what?
I'm going to say double the dice.
So I
That's
do.
the number of dice.
Okay,
Roll
so
D8.
should I just re-roll or just
Yeah,
another just boot?
Do another D8.
Okay, just
What the-
1d8. Fucking shit.
Mm,
That's 12.
worst critical ever.
It could have been worse. Could have rolled one on both dice.
Roll's worst
Yeah.
critical ever. Asked to leave campaign.
The other thing that I think happens, because Brick is now got master.
He has a critical specialization weapon
Yeah.
attack. So like whatever is the specialization for the sword, that is the
Um,
thing that happened.
Oh yeah, it throws him off
become-
balance.
yeah,
Let me
becomes flat-footed. So
let me read it exactly. Yeah.
-2 to AC.
Target is made off balance. Yeah.
I'm gonna say so the dragon falls back into the acid.
Takes acid damage.
Doesn't actually because it's immune to acid, but it doesn't look good though. It's not happy. It's gonna have to spend a turn to get up, to get out.
Oh, if I'm
Nice.
falling, I can't get up.
Otherwise, nice turn. Juniper.
For my first action, for my first trick, I'm gonna do hunt prey.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
So I designate a single creature as my hunted prey. Hi.
Ah.
Hi.
Also, when we rolled initiative, Juniper's eyes, like, they slit like cats, like a cat's, and then like ears appear, like she her cat ears appear on her head as like her human hair, as her human ears go away, like vanish into her head, and like she gains like prominent whisker lines.
I'll be honest. I think it would have been really funny if she just had two pairs of ears.
Yes, but I'm not doing that because that's dumb.
She's a furry.
I hear everything.
And like her teeth became more jagged and pointed like a cat, like a tiger or lion, like a big cat. Quick shape is
Not
what
now,
I just did.
kitten. Daddy needs to roll one on his crit dice.
No, stop.
And now for my next trick, I'm gonna do hunted shot.
Okay.
Cool.
It's only one action, but I make 2 attacks.
Oh.
But they do suffer from multiple attack penalty.
Right.
However, I have flurry, so it's a little bit less than that.
My man's knows how to min-max. Yeah.
33 hit.
What if I told you 33 might be a crit?
Well, my 33 was a crit before, or was it a 34 that I rolled?
Yeah, but this lizard folk has different AC.
18 damage.
Holy fuck! From one hit?
Because it's 2d8 plus 4 plus a d10 because my longbow is a deadly d10.
Right.
Oh, damn. And is that added to the 7? Or
Yes.
no? That's added to the 7.
On a critical hit, the weapon adds a weapon damage die of the listed size. Roll this after doubling the weapon's damage. This increases to 2 dice, blah blah blah.
You strike him in the chest, and he falls to the ground.
Is he dead? I know.
So nice job. You did it. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I
think
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Juniper just like looks over like, what?
I did say he was just sort of nothing.
No, I know, I agree. This feels too easy.
Still have dragons to deal with.
I'm just imagining the Marvel Cinematic Universe kind of dial. Like if this was written in the MCU, Juniper would be like, huh, "Well, that just happened."
I feel like that's an oversimplification of Marvel dialogue, but I don't want to defend Marvel too hard.
I prefer sincerity in my dialogue, even if the sincerity is a bit cringy or cheesy. I don't know. I'm not saying Marvel is always like that. Could be worse. It could be wrote in the same way as Has Been Hotel, where Juniper would have said "fuck" like twice. Again, a joke, but anyway.
I mean, I like Has Been Hotel. It's pretty okay.
It's pretty fun.
Love it. I fucking love it as well. Sorry. I'm joking. So Palaeos.
Fuck. All the big baddie's already down, so let's get down to dealing with these dragons, shall we?
Sure, why not?
Hey,
Go over
out of
here.
character, kind of random. Can I have a bastard sword?
Are you a bastard?
Well, I just want it for the 2-hand bonus.
No, you've already made your choice.
Oh. Could I
mean, you-
potentially get a bastard sword later?
I mean, we're never doing Pathfinder 2 again.
Yeah,
This is so
Oh, I'm not GMing it for
Yeah.
at least until I get experience.
Yeah.
I'm a lightning bolt. This guy right here.
Go for it. That is your prerogative. Oh, okay. Well, it didn't let me make a roll. Which one again was it? Sorry,
This guy.
that one.
Yeah.
How is
One
your
left.
spell DC only 14?
Have you not
My
included?
DC is
something?
25. Basic saving throw reflects DC is 14.
Right.
I don't think
think-
that's how it works.
Well, my personal spell DC is 25.
Yeah, that's the DC it should be using.
That's weird.
Well, so it's a 25 it needs to beat, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Yes.
and what? It's a critical if it rolls under 10.
Yes.
13.
Oof. 25 electricity damage.
Doesn't it take critical damage?
Oh, it does, I think. Yeah, because under the 14.
Yeah.
So that's what
Yes.
that's for.
Yeah. So 13.
Is
so
it? I don't think it is.
it still rolled low enough that it took the crit.
Yeah.
It rolls 10 below. If it rolls 10 below,
Rolls 10 below, it's a crit, yeah.
Right. Okay, then I.
That one is very near death. As it just screeches in agony.
I'm going to use... I think I have a short bow. Yes, I do.
$20 to hit.
Yep.
It's not a crit. Thank fuck.
It is much easier to get crits here than it is in D&D.
But you do a decent chunk of its HP. You basically shoot it in its electrical burn scar, and it is just in agony.
Welp. That looks painful.
So, you did that. Afro.
Right. They're all still alive. Honestly,
Yeah.
Barely.
Honestly, kind
somehow.
of a shock.
Shock's what I just did.
Haha.
I'm not apologizing for that one.
Don't. Stand proud, you cooked.
Half. Damn. Okay, I don't think I can reach it with what I'm thinking about. There.
Don't think too hard.
I have to. This is a totally new class. Let's mention Where's Dimensional Assault? 'Cause I need to look at what that actually does for me.
I'm just imagining the meme of the cat
Half
that
your
dives its head.
speed. Right, okay. I mean, I'm still gonna move to... let's say there. And then that should put it in range of pretty much all my spells. Let's see what we can do with that.
Again, do you have the link to the? Do you have the book again? The Player's Handbook.
What do you need me to look up?
I just need to check something. It'd spoil it for me to tell you what to look up.
You know what? I'm
Use-
going to cast Chromatic Ray.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's there.
fuck.
I've got it.
Taito, there it is. Check the look
Yeah.
I just said.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay then. Chromatic Ray.
13.
13 what?
To hit.
I'm joking. Does not hit, unfortunately.
And
Very
that's,
unfortunate.
that's my turn.
Okay then. So the Dragos. The one that's currently engaging with sorry. The one that's currently engaging with Brick is going to do a Draconic Frenzy. So for 2 actions, it makes 2 Claw Strikes and 1 Horn Strike in any order. So, Claw is plus does a 25 hit?
Ooh, barely. Yeah.
So that'd be a... You take 8 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Does a I was going to say, does a 26 hit? Yeah, of course it does. For 7 slashing damage.
That's a total of
And-
15.
The horn is a... Oh. That's a d20 on the dice. Does crits do that when you roll a 20, or does it not? Or is
Yes,
that just
yeah, it
5e?
does.
Yep,
Oh,
it's
does it-
20 or 10 above.
Yeah.
Oh!
Nice.
This is a d8 instead. So this is 2d8.
Was it deadly D8 or?
It just says d8. No deadly.
Okay.
1d8, hold the deadly. For...
Wow.
20
That's-
piercing damage.
Nice. $35 total damage. And
That's a lot of damage.
that's
I
not
need
even
that on
half, though.
I need that on my soundboard. I need it, but I need it to be super crunchy. I really want... Oh, I'll do that later. So that's the dragon. This one is going to... What's their movement again? Oh, 40 feet. Wow.
These are
These
some fast
boys-
motherfuckers.
These boys can schmoove. Wait, actually, yeah, difficult.
okay.
There we go. So, Afro.
Yep.
You're taking a claw. So that is a There's a 27 hit.
Yes.
It's not a crit though, is it?
No.
8 damage.
Okay.
Brick. 18 does not hit, does it?
Nope.
Okay. That is his turn. Their turn. Tristan's actually going to dispel the aura, just because it doesn't do like damage over time.
Yeah.
And they've already moved, so. Yep. So I'm just gonna put that up here where it's out of the way. So Tristan. Tristan points at you, Brick, and you are now hasted.
Sweet.
I fucking love
Haste is such
What
a
is-
fun spell.
What does haste mean in Pathfinder?
You gain the quickened condition and can use an extra action each round, flee strike and stride actions.
Including stride and strike
Only
actions?
stride
Oh,
and
only.
stride.
I mean,
Okay,
what else
so
would
I-
he use them for?
Pretty much, yeah.
And Tristan is going to stride this way. There we go. That's his turn. Brick.
Here we go. Alright. Foist things foist.
Joey Wheeler?
a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
Yeah.
Down, dear.
I'm
Which
gonna
one are
be
you
slashing the one that I hit in my first turn.
Oh, the bit. Yeah. That's. Yeah, that's a crit.
Yep, so that's 26 damage.
Just be 18, wouldn't it? Because the 18 already calculates the crit.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay, yeah, so 18 damage then.
That dragon is very wounded.
Oh, but not dead yet?
No.
I'm not dead yet.
You can make sure that it is dead if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Does
It's
a 20 hit? Yeah, it's
It's
dead.
fucking dead. You cut off its head and its body just falls into the acid pool. What now? You still have more stuff you can do.
Yeah, I got 2 more moves, right?
Yeah.
2 more actions, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm gonna turn to the right, and I'm gonna slash it.
Yep, 25 hits.
Yep, and
Max
15
damage
damage.
as well at 15.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Yes, sir. Yep, it's not dead yet, though.
Alright, well, good thing I have a little bit extra action. 25 obviously hits, 11 damage.
Yeah, it is very wounded.
Damn, still not dead yet.
Near death.
Hey, who wants to cherry tap this guy for me?
Juniper.
I'm not gonna get another turn, am I? One turn, it was a missed fucking spell.
Crit roll.
That's what I'm doing, essentially.
To be fair, that's
fucking-
basically
I'm
what
fucking-
Rimuru deals
Oh.
with most of the
One
time.
sec, I need to rub my eyes, I'm crying. Oh my...
We're gonna kill all the dragons, and then Arthur's gonna get one more hit in on a corpse, and it's like, stop, he's already dead!
I wanted to kill him! So... Yep, matey shots.
Alright, I'm just, so I'm making 2 shots at 1d20 plus 13.
Okay. Which one? Doesn't hit.
Second. 23.
Does hit.
So the damage then is 3. You do get a turn.
What if I told you the dragon that's by Brick is a magic pixel?
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's wild.
Unless Palio suddenly drops like the mother of all spells to just kill both of them.
I don't know if I have.
I could see it. They're both at death's door.
Well, no, I don't know if I have any multi-target spells.
What if I just let
Actually-
you have? What if I just gave you Shatter right now? What if we just played 5th edition for like 2 seconds?
Well, then
It's
he'd
alright,
hit me
okay.
and Arthur too.
No,
Oh,
just
hold
just.
on.
I'm
I could
joking.
use telekinetic projectile, couldn't I?
You could.
I mean, if you have something to throw, yeah.
There are a bunch of candles all over the ground, so.
throw it back. Just twerk.
The fact that you just Palaos probably could twerk.
As you're all fighting these creatures, Cammy just hears all of a sudden. Yeah, if you want to do that, go for it.
Okay, let's do it. Telekinetic projectile.
Crit.
Act 1.
Strongest candle toss in the West. Which one?
Let's go for the one on the left first.
You completely skewer it in the eye. Lit candle first. Killing it.
It did.
It had 6 HP.
That it did. Now it doesn't. And to fire a second one. Oh no, that's gonna miss.
How are you firing a second one?
Oh yeah, no, it takes 2 actions
Yeah,
though.
it's
Yeah, it takes 2.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's all
Oh,
good.
It did. It does only take 2. Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna use the short bow then for the other one.
Come on, man!
my god!
Fuck you! I'm gonna take your other arm at this rate.
So, Mill, just replay Shadowlands 2 Bridge again?
Playing music, that's all I'm good for, apparently.
It's so whiny. Oh my god.
This
gotta
is
get a better
honestly like a
initiative, bro.
really interesting class, and I haven't got to do anything with it.
Rip.
Just
Well, it
imagine
sounds like
after
we're
the-
just gonna have
purely-
to play the one-shot club again sometime.
It is
After
purely
all the
a
clapping-
like. It is purely
all
a
the
combat
sudden
class, so
After all the sudden clapping, Cammy just says, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" from after. So as that happens, Tristan just bolts over to his sister, untying her first before anyone else. And he's just like, Tris, are you okay? Wake up, please.
I'm just gonna nudge the
Arthur's gonna
corpse
go
with it.
stab the lizard man's corpse, it looks like.
I'm just nudging him with my foot. It's like, I didn't think he was very good.
Gabiru, get up, Gabiru.
Oh god, if it was Gabriel,
You-
I would actually just
You see,
disintegrate the corpse.
you see the beautiful-looking Triton woman awaken as her eyes open, just like, Tristan? And you just watch as, like, Tristan gives his sister a big hug.
Aww.
You owe us a
Oh,
finder's
wholesome.
fee, Jubilee says, like half laughing.
Meanwhile,
Uh,
Brick is actually doing the job and rousing and untying the other hostages.
As is Pelios.
Not to ruin your sweet, reuniting,
Reunion.
reunion. Was this guy the real, like, boss of this organization or what? Because he went down really easy.
Tristina looks and she just says, "No, he was a grunt."
Oh, good.
That makes sense.
And let me see if I have this. I'm pulling out a token that I've not used, that I've never used, that I've had since near the beginning of the campaign.
I was gonna say, is it a bone claw? But no.
Yes, just imagine. No, that's only the main party's quarry. I wouldn't take that away from Rua. Where is it now? One second, sorry. As you... I'm actually going to move this to the world map, actually, because now that this is done... From... You're back on the world map, right?
Mm-hmm.
You watch as, from one of the corpses of the dragons that are dead, you see, basically rising from its, like, acid and blood, you see a man with jet black hair and aquamarine eyes. This man has a very confident expression. His eyes are slitted as pupils. His features are honestly gorgeous. This man looks extremely attractive. You can clearly tell he's put a lot of effort into his appearance. But there's
Now I'm
something
getting
off
bricked
about
up for a
it.
different reason.
And he just
Okay,
claps his
this is
hands.
appropriate now.
So, I didn't expect Oryx's lapdogs to be here, of all places.
We had some personal business in the area.
Seems you did. It's beautiful to see a reunion of family. I myself am looking for my son.
Oh. That was out of character.
I'm saying it's in character. Why not? Unless you don't want it to be.
No, I don't want it to be, because obviously Athru wouldn't know who this is. Me, out of character, I know who it is.
True. Yeah, fair. He just says,
But-
yes, I'm currently looking for my son, in fact. Maybe we could cut a deal.
I feel like I'm all out of charitable donations today.
What if I gave you 100,000 gold each?
Oh no.
Hey, we out of character. We got to play it as our characters would. That's
I
a good
know,
deal.
that's the issue.
The other issue is that we do have the right to turn down a deal if we think this client is sketchy.
Hey, let's all do like what's the check we can do to sense bullshit?
Chances are he'd probably just pay us.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
What
100,000
is the-
gold is very, very generous. What's the job?
each. You find my son. If you can give him back alive, I'll give you the gold immediately.
I'm
And
sensing there's a butt in there.
Your son is? I mean, we don't have the time or the energy to really just go around asking random people, are you this sketchy guy's son?
Fine, I will give you 50,000 gold as a first bit of money. That should
As an
hopefully cover
advance?
expenses. Yes. Then you get the other 50,000 later.
Yeah, and there's,
Each,
there's a
again.
question of information.
Well, my son is Drake Blackburn. He looks an awful lot like me.
Interesting.
I should say who I am, really. That would help. If
Yes.
if you are under my employ, well, I am. How do I describe this? Let's say I'm like Oryx. I am a dragon of great power and renown. And I am, let's say, deeply, intimately involved with the politics of Blackrain.
Oh, just as a quick aside, I'm going to use my feat Glad Hand to make a diplomacy check to make an impression. This is a casual or social situation, right?
He's at the opposite end of the room, by the way. Like, he's not
Hey,
opposite end of the room, but
there
like...
isn't a range on it. We're just talking.
Fair enough.
Let me just see what make an impression does. I'm just more doing this to, you know,
Do something.
I also have diplomacy,
so
if that helps.
Add a character. Who is this again?
this
Is the big bad.
yeah, this is fucking what's his name? I had it written down.
Ah!
This is Eben.
No, that's right. Yeah. I knew it was the big bad. I just forgot the name.
Please don't make me wait too long. He tells you, I assume you're like huddled together.
I mean, yeah, we've also the diplomacy. It's a 26.
Not bad, honestly.
So what exactly are you diplomating at, Tim?
With at least 1 minute of conversation during which you engage in charismatic overtures, flattery, or other acts of goodwill, you seek to make a good impression on someone to make them temporarily agreeable.
Well, I mean, I'd be happy to give you 25,000 gold right now, and then I'll get you, all of you, the rest of your money. It's if you accept the deal, of course.
Yes, allow me to just discuss the deal with the rest of the gang, so to speak.
Understood. I wouldn't expect you to make it right this second, worry not. You have at least 60 more seconds.
Jubilee, what do you think? This is a lot of gold. We could retire on this.
This
Yeah,
guy's sketchy.
We also made a deal to not sell our souls to Satan after the last time.
I mean, my soul
said
isn't
it?
up for sale anymore. It's already owned.
Yes,
isn't.
that's why.
Oh, do you mean Raphael? Oh, yes. No, Tristan doesn't say that. Tristan does say, I don't think we should trust him. He
Yeah,
reads
he seems
his
super
email.
sketchy.
No, I don't. Hedge as best you can.
There is such a thing as too good to be true.
Yeah, I know.
This
That's
isn't
what's
worth it.
holding me back. May I ask a few questions before we make a decision?
And of course, I would rather. I mean, if I'll be honest, I would have killed you immediately if you had no suspicions.
Good.
Because it.
Why exactly? I mean, how did you lose track of your son?
He ran away.
Any?
My poor son, confused, not understanding who he is, he went mad. He attacked his poor mother, leaving her horrifically scarred. And he ran away up north. North of Black Rain, I mean, not north of here.
Hmm.
Since then, he's been on the run, and I want to find him and bring him back home. I know his mother misses him dearly, despite what he did to her.
You said you were influential in Black Rain. What does that sort of entail?
Have you ever heard of the concept of sometimes you don't ask questions you don't want answers to? I'm more than happy to tell you the truth. It's just up to you whether you want to know how deep my reach goes. For your own sanity, of course.
Own sanity, and just as a quick aside, it's not information that you would have to kill us if we found out.
About my place in the political scene?
Yes.
I mean, if you somehow found out what I do, I'd be pleasantly surprised, and I'd ask you again if you wanted to be under my service. Because that level of skill would be something I'd love to have in my possession.
I don't believe this is a man we can say no to.
And yet, saying yes is also dangerous.
Extremely.
I'm going to be...
By the way,
Yes?
do you mind if I ask you at least one question?
Sure. Why not?
You wouldn't happen to know a group of people, half-elf bard, half-elf paladin, Eladrin painter, Genasi rogue, and a certain king of Cordis?
May or may not ring a bell.
Funnily enough, I was about to mention them to you because, honestly, I don't think this job is very suited towards our talents. We're more the killed people sort of group. We're not very good at finding things. Honestly, they seemed more, versatile in their abilities.
So you do know them?
Vaguely. We met once.
I
That
can
paladin
smell
kicked his ass.
I can smell them on you.
Don't bring it up.
You clearly met them recently.
Yes, I admit that. As I said, I don't think we're suited for this task. We appreciate the offer, but I'm afraid it's going to have to be a no. If you have
We
anything you
appreciate
want
your
killed,
consideration.
if you have anything you want killed, we'll certainly take that into account.
What if I ask you to kill the King of Cordis?
Assassinations are not especially our purview.
It doesn't have to be assassination. You can kill me in broad daylight and I'll have one of my people magic you away.
The definition of assassination is the murder of a political figure.
Assassination.
If it helps, that means you're safe from us.
You couldn't kill me even if you tried.
Hurtful, but potentially true. We don't know you. The other thing is, we've sort of been, on the clock for quite some time. We were about to get paid, and then we had to do this whole thing. We're looking to just take a holiday in an unfamiliar country, and then we'll be heading back home. So, yeah, it's going to be a no for now.
Again, we appreciate the offer.
Well, it's not really for now. This is a one-time only offer. But if you don't want it, I completely understand.
Well, nice to meet you. Please don't kidnap anyone we know again. Would be bad.
Well, I can't guarantee that. If I kidnapped everyone who might have a loose association with other people, well, I wouldn't be able to kidnap people anymore, would I?
To be fair, this isn't much of a loose association. This is a sibling relationship.
I mean, I had no idea. If I knew what I was doing would deprive such a loving, familial reunion, I would not have done it. Hand on heart.
It is very much appreciated. Well, I believe we all have things to do today. I'm sure you have lots of work to do in terms of your political affiliations in Blackrain.
Well, I need to kill the people who killed my children.
Sounds like you're in for a fun revenge time.
You know,
Black
that
dragons-
one we might be more able to help with.
As he holds out his hand, and you see ice gathering in his hand. Let me check.
Oh no.
Let me see the spell. And he points it at you, Afro.
Right.
As he fires a polar ray.
Right.
This would be a 10d10 if it hits you.
Right.
10d8, sorry. Oh no, yeah. No, sorry, it would be 12d8.
Right.
Because he's heightening it. Let me see his modifiers. Because this was originally a 5th edition thing. So it is a... Wow.
That hits.
That is
So,
Hold on, I'm gonna check one thing.
I think
I
a
was gonna
1
say,
is automatically a failure. If you roll a 1 on the d20, your result is 1 degree worse.
Yeah,
So that means it's just a failure rather than a critical failure.
so it doesn't hit.
Yeah, because there's 4 levels. There's critical failure, failure,
Okay,
success, and critical success.
Okay. Well, as he fires that, it actually goes wide. Oh. Wow.
Now that's just
surprising.
rude.
You notice there's a massive deep hole behind, by you. Behind your head.
Very rude. This was probably somebody's home. The person might be dead now, I don't know. But, you know.
No, this was just a temple to one of the demon gods.
Fair enough.
It's
but
fine.
still, not great that you're attacking us. I
should have
thought we
cast
had,
Massacre.
you know, a rapport
I should
going
have
on.
I should have cast Massacre, not Polar Ray.
We'd appreciate you not trying to kill us, you know? That'd be really appreciated.
One moment, let me try again. And
Uh,
as he gathers the
You didn't.
as he gathers the energy a second time, Juniper,
yeah. What save is this?
just this is to hit.
yeah,
That hits.
that's the crit, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, that is, huh?
Afro, give me an intelligence check.
Oh my god, is this feeble mind?
No. This is just an unrelated intelligence check that Afro can do.
No.
Roll
Afro is
again.
very dumb. That's better.
You remember the gold bead in your pocket?
Oh, okay.
Run away!
Do you
So-
crush it?
Can I have a full turn?
I'm gonna say you'll be allowed to do an action.
An action. Oh, come on, please. I just want to
If that's
drop a
just-
lightning bolt on him.
If that's well, the thing is, whatever you do means that
After
Juniper's probably gonna
Juniper
get
gets hit.
killed.
Okay, I'll crush the bead then.
'Cause this isn't hitting. So as you crush the bead, Juniper, you find yourself on your bum as you get knocked over. You don't get hit. And the rest of you see loads of blood hit the floor in front of where Juniper was. And you see Oryx. As he basically took the hit for Juniper.
I have a question or two, but sure, let's do this
You
now, I guess.
summoned me into that! For fuck's sake!
Well, it seemed like this was quite a bad situation that was already devolving. I thought we had a good rapport going, but a certain somebody has no sense for proprieties.
You notice the entire front of his suit is destroyed. Like, he is basically shirtless. And his body is just covered in frigid ice. And you just see Eben smile. Oh, Oryx, it's a pleasure to see you. I believe this is our first time. Well, if you're here, I should probably leave. Well then, I can't believe I had to take 2 attacks to hit you.
Sunball.
Interesting. Now that isn't fair.
I mean, how far
He
away is
failed.
he? I'm guessing he's 60 feet
60
away.
feet will hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll hit. That actually hits.
40 electricity damage.
You glance the side of his face, and you take off most of his lips, and a good chunk of his nose.
Just a little
He
tit
just-
for tat, I'm sure you understand.
Of course. And he clicks his fingers and disappears.
Okay,
And
so
as he
who
disappears-
did we piss off this time? Usually we know who we're pissing off.
The Emperor of Black Rain. The
Oh,
true
he
ruler.
rather undersold himself.
You watch as Oryx falls onto his knees, and he's like struggling.
Pliers, do you want to do something about this?
Yeah, I'm gonna heal him. Hold on. I know I don't actually have it written down in here, but I know I have a healing spell or something.
It drops me in, and as soon as I saw the hits, I had to cast Time Stop. As you sort of like look him over, you notice on the left side of his chest where his heart is, there is a nasty scar. Like, the skin around his heart is actually like black and red.
What did he do?
It's not what he did to me. You know, did you ever wonder why I didn't participate in the war against humans?
You were busy dealing with other issues?
Yes. Humans came to me, told me that they had an entire city's worth of people. What you know as Collier, well, the previous name it was called, which doesn't matter anymore, the entire city was under their hostage. In exchange for me not participating in the war, they would not attack or even occupy the city. And so I didn't. In the end, what happened was, they still killed a lot of the people from the city. And do you know what a dragon slayer is?
Yes, it's a very powerful weapon that,
Yes. Well,
not very friendly
they-
to dragons, let's say.
they lodged the dragon slayer in my chest, causing this. The reason why it hasn't healed is because there's still shards of the sword in my heart and in my chest.
That sounds incredibly unpleasant.
Yes, it is. And unfortunately, after they did that, they basically tied me up. And for for all that time during the war was on, I couldn't do anything. I was trapped. In the end, I finally broke free with the help of the King of Cordis. Well, the late king now. Stasia. Or Evas, as he's known to other people. And yeah, the wound could never heal properly, however, because unfortunately, my body regenerated around the shards of the blade.
That sounds incredibly unpleasant.
Yes, it is. It's why I don't do a lot of fighting anymore, because even casting some high-level spells puts me in significant pain.
Well, I'm
In
sorry
fact-
for the necessity, but if it helps, you probably saved Jubilee's life.
I know I did, and I'm happy to do it. Are you okay, Jubilee?
Yeah, I'm not dead, so that's a plus.
You watch as Oryx slowly lifts himself up onto his feet, but you can see him, like, very much struggling. And he just... What matters is that the Magitech arm and the supplies for it have been procured. I can start working on that, and I can make Rua his new arm and make amends for what I did to him. This wound is nothing. If anything, I consider it a punishment for my inaction and my failure.
Oh, just as an aside, that guy tried to hire us to find a guy called Drake Blackburn. You wouldn't happen to know him, would you?
That was that Kurogane spoke to.
Right,
Yeah, that makes
okay.
sense.
He's offering a large amount of money to find him. We said no, other people probably won't.
Well, if anyone does, how would you like to earn another 2,000 gold each?
That's a much better deal.
As he reaches into the tattered remains of his cloak. Oh, my portable hole's still here. Well, perfect. How about we head back to our lodgings, because I did procure you lodgings, and I will give you your divvy of the money.
Appreciate it.
Excellent.
It's time to get this
Um,
holiday underway.
And so,
Before,
As he
as the gang's leaving, Jubilee will pull Oscar back and say, I know I'm acting as your second at the moment, but I'm gonna offer him a favor from me.
Offer him a favor from the whole organization. Hell, we owe him a lot more than that already.
Yeah.
Oh, and one last thing. Just before I leave, I'm going to go over to the corpse of the lizard man, and I'm going to cast Sigil. And I'm going to place our logo on his forehead.
okay. I thought you were going to just put him in the acid pit.
No,
You're gonna spray him.
I'm putting our logo on his forehead so that people know who killed him.
Slayer's take.
Yep, as I said, putting our logo on there.
And so, that concludes the one-shot. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
I know I did.
I mean, like I said, this seems
Same
like a
here.
fun class to figure out, but
Well, for all of one action that you got to pull
I'm just
off.
glad I managed to drop that fucking sunbolt on him.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, I hope you had fun. I did.
Yeah.
And after... So... It'll probably be now. The 10th of March would be the earliest I'll be able to do an actual session
That's fine.
of 5th edition.
Yeah.
Turns out I was a lot more prepared for 5th edition and the main campaign than I was.
Yeah.
So
No, it's
Yeah.
fine. I just want to share a couple of the spells I had before we go. I mean, I've already showed off Chromatic Ray and Sunbolt. We've also got Horizon Thunder Spear.
Oh. Is
a,
that the sequel to Forbidden West?
It's a quite a cool spell that you can change how long it takes to do more damage and more stuff in general.
I see.
And then Weapon Storm.
Very cool.
Fortunately, didn't get a chance to use either of them, but oh well.
Rip. Very unfortunate.
You couldn't
Everyone
have,
was just too strong.
you couldn't have one more dragon.
I was originally going to have 3 more, but I thought the session's already winding down a bit too long.
Fair.
We've already been nearly 3 hours.
Mm.
Well, no, not 3 hours, nearly 4 hours. Ish. Well, from the session, but like we've been in the call for nearly 4 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, are we done?
Yeah, this is the session.
Yeah.
You
Cool.
get to enjoy your 2,000 gold each.
Like I said,
Also,
I was-
did do you mean Juniper was saying they'd owe Oryx a favor?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he saved you.
Yeah, no, that's what me and Otter were being kind of low-key serious about.
Because this was going to be 5th edition, the spell was originally going to be Finger of Death.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was figured. It was that or Disintegrate.
But yeah, no, Oryx. The whole idea was Oryx was always going to tank a hit for one of you guys. I just didn't expect Eben to be a fucking bitch and miss.
missed the first time.
I will say,
Oh,
I would have expected you to do Disintegrate or Finger of Death.
I was thinking power word kill, and then I was like, nah, it doesn't feel feels weird to try and push someone out of the way for that. Because I imagine that would be the kind of spell that chases someone or homes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nevertheless,
that is the end of the session. It was a very fun session, so thank you, Kado.
meanwhile, Kurogane is on his holiday to hang out with his friends in Tennoyama.
It's honestly hilarious that the Slayer's Take found out about Drake Blackburn before the main party did in universe.
Yep.
I mean, it's to be fair though, the revelation means nothing to you guys.
No,
It's just
we
like
don't really
saying-
give a shit beyond,
Yeah,
this guy
exactly.
trying to kill us. So I'm guessing that lizard person that we killed was one of Eben's kids.
No, actually, he was just a Black Granian that was
Oh.
just very loyal.
Then he killed us? He tried to kill us over that? Man.
No, he tried to kill you over the dragons.
Oh, the dragons. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
You know, it's
That does make more sense, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Not gonna lie, it was very funny that, I don't know. It's
you've had
just
a
like,
lot of you've had a lot of high-paying jobs offers as well.
Yeah.
I know, it's just Jubilee, it's just like very funny that Slayer's Take know nothing, care 0, and know this really important piece of lore.
In another life, this party would have been murder hobos.
We are mercenaries with a conscience.
Well, yeah, murder hobos, just with a nice bow attached, which is fine. I'm not like saying
Yeah.
that judgingly.
I mean, look, we know what we're good at. We're
Yeah,
killers, you know.
and yeah, you made a very good distinction as well. You mercenaries, not heroes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We
Like,
we helped out with this because of Tristina. We otherwise wouldn't have probably.
Hmm.
I do find it very funny that the bard is the most moral person in the group.
Yeah.
I mean,
Funny.
being the thing, because like,
Hmm.
I mean, out of the player characters, because Tristan's definitely very moral.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that that hit that the fucking tea lady tried to put out. We would have thought about that and wondered if it was right or not.
That was just a gag.
I know.
I just found it funny.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, for the sake of if you're interested, Clara's cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
There was about all of it was red velvet cupcakes. Because I
Nice.
myself like red velvet cake.
Red velvet is good.
And the tea, I actually don't like tea, but that was just an assorted like different tea leaves that Oryx would be drinking while he's hard at work, inventing like a soul-bound Magitech arm.
Anyway, that is where we're going to end the stream for today. So thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, Tuesday, Saturday, and probably now Sunday will be probably gaming stuff. Thursday, I believe we have scheduled the next discussion about the Cradle book series.
Yep.
So we will be hopefully doing that on Thursday. Otherwise, again, thank you for watching. Please do give us a follow here on Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, yada yada. Press that bell icon.
And otherwise, hopefully we will see you on Tuesday for more gaming stuff. Good night.
Later.